better than sex.
I forgot, dude, your source.
If sex is so good, where's the sequel?
Yeah,
Brian said that to me.
I did say that.
He said that to me the night of the Marvel event.
Actually, you know what? I said that to all my bandmates, and we always make fun of it. You know, every time I go eat,
where's the
sequel?
sequel?
It's always embarrassed of us because she's like, guys, stop saying it. And me and Unique and McCarter were like, oh, sex is so good, sex 2.
Yeah, well, maybe you need sex 1. Maybe that's the problem.
Bro, I heard sex 2 is so good. Why can't I just get
It's the Empire Strikes Back of sex.
We should save that for the podcast.
Oh, it's in there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ignore This Podcast, Chapter 10. We are recording this very much like the one with Jessica, Chapter 8, a week ahead of time because... Well, first of all, my name is Julius of the Goat Movie Podcast. I'm here joined by two people who are the first two people to return. Oh, yeah, cheers.
Cheers,
boys.
Cheers.
Yeah,
We're
cheers.
here together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna.
Oh, yeah, ASMR on that
ASMR.
shit.
Hold on.
You spilled a little on his mic.
Wait, let me get in there with you.
That was too
Brian, lay
carbonated.
your ass back.
I'm trying to drink my water.
No one's
bro.
trying to hear that shit. You like it? You like this? It's a new type of cream soda, a new kind of soda, by Olipop.
So let me get a little swig.
It's kind of Oh, you want a little bit?
Yeah,
it's actually like butter beer from Harry Potter.
It looks healthy.
Oh, this is actually
check
really
this out.
good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Prebiotics,
It's vegan.
botanicals,
Wow, such a
plant fiber,
healthy
supports
man.
digestive health.
Well, guys, you are the first two people to come back who have been on. First two people to come back on the series. I'm sorry, I touched a glass.
You're totally fine.
I put something in there.
We were also the first two guests.
The first
right?
two guests
two guests,
on
yeah.
Ignore This Podcast in chapters 1, which is Begin the End already,
Yeah,
with
so
you,
Capital
Brian.
Strikes Back.
And then chapter 2 Strikes Back. And I already know what this chapter is going to be called,
swear that's
but
the tagline.
I'm not
Come on,
telling
bro.
you. I'm not telling you until it publishes next
The
week.
beauty,
kinda want to
the
know
beauty
right
and the Brian.
The Beauty and the
like
Brian. Brian, stop. Come on. Stop that shit, dude. The reason we're doing this
Yeah,
a week...
we get to that joke.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
The Beauty and the Brian. That's the name of the podcast.
Hey, that's my team.
The only way that works at all
Yeah.
is if you're referring to the Brian of your Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I played.
Yeah, your Brian is horrible.
Brian
That's
Curiel.
Brian with a Y.
Brian with
That's
a
my
Y.
anti. That's my.
That's probably
anti-stuff.
why. That's probably why he and Miles with a Y got along so well. That's probably why.
That's probably why.
But yeah, you guys are the first people. It's chapter 10 to come back. Thank you so much. The reason we're doing this a week ahead of time is because Brian
Look
goes.
at this professional. He's laughing at your achievement.
No, he's like,
Oh,
he's like,
the
come
goat
back.
to see.
He's like, come back.
The comeback.
I actually did ignore the podcast for so long. For so long.
I said at the mind.
But Brian, you go to UCLA.
Yes.
And this
Friday.
week, this Friday, you're going back to campus. Here, come
Oh
closer.
yeah,
Mike.
yeah. This
I wanna
Friday
listen
I'm
to you.
moving back in.
Closer, little kid.
Okay, we all know what Sebastian likes, I guess.
You know, whoa, what? Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's recorded now.
It's recorded, and now
I
it's
was
capped.
literally just imitating Julius.
Hey!
Oh,
Damn
don't
it!
ignore this podcast.
FBI, open up!
That's okay. I'll call ICE. Don't worry.
Wow.
What do you mean? Wow!
You don't need
They're here. Wait, listen. Here, wait, hold on. They're here. They're here. Open up.
So you've done green card jokes, you've done accent jokes.
What joke did
and
you
now
just make?
ICE jokes.
I didn't know you had the moral high ground. Anakin, I have the moral high ground. Moral high ground. Oh, man. Yes. So, fellas, it's been over a month since I had either of you on the podcast. Last time I talked to Brian, we talked about your hatred of Hawaii, of people, of gentrification.
That was a lame podcast.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Only because of Brian.
Wow.
I'm in the clear.
Damn.
And then on the second chapter, you and I talked about, we got a little drunk, and we talked about working out
You
at the
could
gyms that don't want us.
James that don't. Oh my.
Your funeral, your hopeful funeral.
Yeah.
Oh.
His pyre of impossible.
Impossible, bro. If
Impossible
you can't
burgers.
make that happen, I don't
Bro,
know.
you want me to control the weather
I
pattern?
don't want you to control the weather. I want you to predict
No,
it.
I can't predict the weather.
it.
I'm not an
Let
astronomist.
him rock through me.
I'm not a sky
And
guy.
then let the sky do its thing, okay? It'll happen when it
Brian,
happens.
if Ben Franklin can figure it out, why can you not?
Exactly. That's like I'm not asking for.
That's the devil's
I'm not-
advocacy on
The
my end.
devil's advocacy.
That's a good name for a band. Devil's
That
Devil's
actually is a pretty good
advocacy.
name for it, but actually, funny enough, speaking about band names, right?
Oh shit.
Wow, that is so funny.
I hate you both.
Wait. In editing, I'm gonna put in the laugh track.
I hate you both.
Wait, say it again, Brian. Say it again. Speaking of band names,
Speaking of band names,
Yeah.
shut up.
turn on the applause sign.
No. Because when I was talking
The way Brian laughs. Wait, let me show you. Let me show you guys right now how Brian laughs.
don't tickle me. Stop it, you motherfucker.
The best thing about this being audio is you don't know whether or not we were actually tickling you.
I'm being tickled.
It's ambiguous. Where are you being tickled? By?
Stop. I will show you on the doll.
Oh, I've missed hanging out with you.
And you know what? I was worried. I was actually worried about tonight's recording because I had really no fucking, idea. Usually when I come in here for the Ignore This podcast, I have an idea of what I want to talk to the guys about.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew already. Look,
Stop. I swear.
it's already exciting enough. All breathless and shit.
I am.
In your red shirt.
Leave
You're
me
the red
alone.
shirt of this
I
podcast.
am in a
You-
red
you-
shirt.
it's like- You're going down to the planet with Kirk with the intent to die.
I'm on my way to
What-
Stargate Bridge.
When's the last time we hung out, just the three of us?
Too long ago.
Wait, just the three of us or with
Yeah,
all of
no,
us?
No, just the three of us.
The-
Yeah,
trio.
I think
It's been a while.
Yeah, like a couple months. I think like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that sounds
the,
about right.
the last time I can remember is the when we went to the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
All that while ago.
Holy
is
shit,
that, is
that's
that,
like over 3 months.
Is that the last time?
possibly.
It sounds
yeah.
like it,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna I don't think it's smart to just sit silent for 5 minutes while we think about the last time we hung
we're
out.
just
we're talking, conversating.
Relax.
This is
shit.
the reality.
What?
Oh, let's
Well,
put
no,
you
no,
in
like I'm
agenda.
saying, if you're thinking, right, you gotta
Buffalo Wild Wings. Native Americans die. Go. Like this guy is like trying to get through everything.
Okay,
I
fine,
have
fine,
places
fine,
to
fine.
I have places to be.
Fine.
I have to learn Happy Birthday.
people to screw.
In what way, Sebastian?
Corporations to sue.
All the ways.
All the way.
All the ways.
I guess the biggest update in terms of us as a trio is your upcoming show.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it. I think,
Well, we talked about it, but yeah.
well, I mean, on the podcast itself,
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah,
separate from
yeah,
the
yeah,
podcast, because
yeah.
I don't know if I want to get into all that.
Yeah.
But we talked a little bit. I think when was it? When you were on We Got This or We Tolerate Comics?
I think it was on We Tolerate Comics.
Yeah,
because
we-
that's when I put
yeah.
in like an official thing of like, oh, we're doing something.
Yeah.
you know?
So for your birthday, your birthday,
Yeah.
you know how Brian is,
Brian's birthday.
how, about his birthday. You know how he
Every
is.
day is his birthday.
Every
so
day is his
happy
birthday.
birthday, Brian.
I like to. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
There you go. Yeah. So for his birthday, Brian wanted to have a show,
Yeah.
a venue
A venue, yeah.
with different bands playing.
Yep,
So
yep.
so what's happening now?
So what's happening is that, well, can I give you a little evolution?
Yeah, just
real quick?
come to the.
All right, cool. So the little evolution is that I wanted to do a backyard concert in my backyard, but when we found out the existing price to pay for everything, it was going to come out to like the same amount if we just did it at a venue.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of having everything that we needed, it would have nothing that we needed, and I would have to rely on other bands to bring stuff,
Right.
like mics, sound equipment, and then have someone dedicated to do that equipment. And I don't know if anyone would be willing to do that for all that time, especially like, I mean, I'm sure one of my friends could have done it, but like for that long, I don't know. I'd rather have someone enjoy the party versus like work all.
Did it ever enter your mind of having the backyard show, but hiring someone who had the equipment? Because that's what you're doing with the venue.
Yeah.
But did this person who has the PA system, the equipment, does he come with the venue?
Yeah, actually, he is a musician also with an LA band called Drift. And
Damn,
he was
bro,
like,
are you drunk?
yeah,
Off the
Sebastian,
fake soda?
Sebastian drank all that cream, bro.
Yeah, it's empty.
It's bubbly. It was good.
It is bubbly. It is good.
Bubbly.
It is good.
I'm just brain dead right now.
Good.
Poor Seb.
Good.
It's
We'll
all
get
those
to you
bubbles.
in a
It's
second.
all those bubbles.
We'll get to you in a second.
But yeah, no, this venue had everything. I mean, like a little extra free, and they actually cut off a lot of fees. He was like, you know what, you guys seem nice, and you guys have like actually talked to me, and you guys are also like really cool musicians. So I'll like put half of the price off and stuff. So we were able to get a really good discount for the place. He's a super cool guy, and he's allowing us to practice the night prior and leave our instruments there too.
Yes, I don't think I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say it's mainly for people who like are bringing drum kits or people who are like bringing too many heavy things. Or for instance, my bandmates are like, "But Brian, that's an hour away," and I'm like, "Okay." And they're like, "I don't want to bring my instruments per 2 days." Okay, let's just leave it. You know, I'm leaving mine. So
Yeah. Well, Sebastian and I, excuse me, thank you. Sebastian and I are going to be playing together in a group with me and Miles, another person who's been on Ignore This podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
The group is shit. I told you we changed the name.
Curators.
Defect Curators.
Defect.
This is a
Curators.
live reaction.
Yeah.
You didn't know this, did you?
Defect curators.
I like how you almost said dirty curators.
Defect.
Dirty.
Durators.
Durators.
Do I like that?
Defect.
Does he like
Do
that?
I like that? Defect curators.
Wow. Such a diva. Do I like it?
Is that what I'm thinking I am going to be part of? I am not defective in any plausible way.
I think I like it. I think
I
dig
agree
it.
with Sebastian. It's
Well,
a good name.
Well, I like it
I
also.
really do.
I could get it with it.
I think it's more not gonna lie, I think it's more creative than Slim Jims.
Oh yeah,
I
'cause we were
thought
going
Slim
by
Jims
Slim
was
Jims.
just like
I
a
honestly,
joke.
you know what?
Well, it was a placeholder for sure.
Yeah.
Because our group was going to be Slim Jims because of a joke that happened between Miles and his girlfriend. And
It wasn't the
Eminem.
it wasn't an Eminem reference or like the
An
Eminem.
Eminem.
Eminem. No, Eminem, fucking the rapper, bro.
no, it
How
was
was
not. No,
Slim Jim?
and Eminem.
no, it was not Eminem
Slim
reference.
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. Where's that in any of his music videos or in his songs?
Am I tripping right now? No, Slim Jim. It appears in one of his songs.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, no, it was not a reference to Eminem.
Well, I will say, I thought it was a joke when you were like, "Oh, Slim Jims." I'm like, "Huh, nice one,
it
Julius."
was
I
always
thought
a
it was bit.
placeholder name. No, yes, I'm feigning as I'm telling you. Slim Jim.
No, but you were so serious too. It's like, no, that's her name. I'm like, what the? Really?
No, what we have now is a better
I was
name.
thinking the real Slim.
Oh,
The real Slim Shady?
The real Slim, not just the Slim Jim.
Do you know how much street cred he would have lost if he went with Slim Jim over Slim Shady? Will the real Slim Jim please stand up? Oh my God, no! But we were the Slim Jims, but that was taken. So now we're Defect Curators.
Nice.
Sebastian and I were just playing a little bit, practicing together.
I was hearing some.
The
It was
guitar.
pretty good.
So we're going to be ready by the time for your show.
I'm excited.
We're the openers.
Yeah,
We're the openers.
I hope you guys are going to do well. You know.
Okay,
I'm
that
excited.
was really passive aggressive. Just
You
now.
know,
That sounded like
that-
I hope you guys better be good. You guys,
Especially
better
the
be
little way you like licked your lips while you said that.
I got moisture on my lips. Let me alone.
No, dude,
good.
that's not what that was, man.
Moisture on my lips.
You were literally going a circle with your tongue.
I was-
I
was
did
odd.
not.
I
see
was-
that.
It was
Ah.
odd. It was
I hate-
odd.
I hate
I
both
did
of you.
not.
I did not.
I did not.
did not.
I did not lick my lips.
You know
Oh,
what's
hi, Mark.
what's ironic
You're
about
tearing
that?
me apart.
What's ironic about that is
Yeah.
that the Academy Theater in Colorado, as of the time of we're recording,
Yeah.
is right now playing The Room.
Oh, interesting.
I want to go
Road
watch
trip
it.
to Colorado, boys.
I want to go watch it.
Yeah, throw the microphone.
Bro, I'd
down.
love to watch The Room on like a big screen.
Again.
Again, yeah.
Again?
Wow.
That hurts.
Wow.
That hurts.
Oh, come
That
on,
you destroyed
son. Come
your
on,
passion.
son.
That hurt.
Come on, son.
No, I'm hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm hurt.
I'm sorry. That's not my intention. I meant like like
I meant, you know,
reclining seats, you know, in like a movie theater kind of deal. You know, that's what I meant.
So the
Wow.
the generic experience.
Yeah, I'm pretty basic.
Yeah, he wanted a couch.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, yeah, this guy, when we went to go watch the Minions, I was sleeping halfway through because my chair was a recliner, like,
You fell
lazy
asleep?
boy. I was almost falling asleep. It was like, this is a kid's movie. I'm tired, bro.
Bruh, it was okay. I had higher
I was going to
expectations.
say, were you about to
I
say
had
the
higher
Minions,
expectations.
Rise of Gru?
It's the
I had higher
movie of all time.
It's the movie of time.
It's the movie of all time.
The Room, Step Out.
Up there with Morbius.
Up there with Morbius.
I'm trying to
Morbid
decide.
time.
I'm trying to decide who I should be for Halloween.
Okay.
Because Halloween is coming up. I have two
Oh,
choices.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Bitch.
Yeah, your birthday.
Yeah. Oh well, that's aside from that.
Happy
Halloween.
birthday
Yeah.
Enough!
to
We're not there
you.
yet. Stop. I'm trying to decide whether I should be one of two people.
Yeah.
Morbius.
The real Slim.
The real
Slim
Slim
Jim.
Jim. Dr. Michael Morbius
Yeah.
or Weird Al Yankovic.
I haven't watched Morbius and I don't know who the other person is.
Weird Al?
Weird Al is
Oh,
Sebastian.
I know Weird Al.
Oh yeah,
No,
you could be. You got the hair for Weird Al.
I'm gonna
actually.
be Borat.
Oh, that's
very
true.
nice,
Oh,
very nice.
Very nice.
I have a chair. Sit, king of the castle, king of the castle. I have
You
a
look
chair.
like Borat.
Do this, do that. King of the castle.
What about you, Brian?
I still haven't thought
He's
about
gonna
it.
be. He's gonna be wearing his.
You're gonna be-
birthday suit.
You're gonna be. You're gonna be a liberal, aren't you?
I swear.
No. He's gonna be a conservative, right? Because he's like
I thought this
a
was.
closeted liberal.
Oh, that's
right?
true. Yeah,
Right.
my God.
That's true.
I swear.
How do you do you dispute that at all?
Dispute what? In
That
what
you're
regard?
actually, really left.
I don't think I'm very left. I think I have left tendencies or left.
Speak up, man. Come up to the mic.
I have some left.
I thought I was gonna
tendencies
say
or
left testicle.
Just the one.
two pairs.
Two
pairs of
testicles.
Left. They sit in like this.
The right left to the other side. That's why I have two left ones now.
No, for Halloween, I'm still deciding because I think I either might put a lot of effort or work into like doing like a Darth Revan cosplay from Star Wars, or I might just go something pretty basic, like maybe a mummy. Cause
A mummy?
I really don't know what to do for Halloween. I'm
As long as
so
you don't do
tired.
your Fallout costume again.
I'm sorry, I like the costume.
It's so overused.
I used it 3 times.
Wait, what costume is this?
He wears his mask and his jacket, and then he calls it
Oh,
a
the
day.
Fallout. Okay, yeah.
He
He wore
it's
the-
a lot of work. I gotta put a vest on. I gotta taper things.
Is it
on.
really a lot of work when you're so used to it?
And, well, I barely wear it, so it's not.
You
a
wore it
whole
at the
lot of work.
first Marvel night
No, I wore
as
almost
cracked out
everything.
Star-Lord.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, I just wore the mask and the jacket.
You
know?
should be a ghost. Big old sheet over you, white sheet over you.
Wow.
Be really
Nice.
fitting.
Wow. Wow. You want to say that out loud, Sebastian?
Yeah, say it again.
Want to say it for the folks back at home,
No.
especially the southern homes,
Oh,
The
brother.
Southern homies.
southern homes.
Do you have any Southern homies?
Define
The South.
Southern, like, is it people who are currently living in the South or were born in the South or what? Because, like, Mackenzie's in the South, and she's a homie.
I think you know what I mean when I say
I would
Southern
say
homies.
southern homies. Yeah, Mackenzie's like a northern homie.
By Southern homies, do you mean, like, I don't know what you mean by that.
I guess people born in the South, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you?
Well, maybe.
Closeted Southern people.
Closeted Southern
Maybe.
the little accent just perforates
yeah.
every other week.
I don't go around being like, hey, are you from the North or South? No. I'm just like,
Wow, such a recruiter. Are you from the North or the
I don't do
South?
that. I don't do that. I just take people as they are.
Union.
Union
or separate.
For the Confederate nation.
Well, I know where you stand on all that.
Oh my God, you know where I stand on that. I don't need to tell people.
Well, let's hear it.
I stand with the Union. I stand for America. Come on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because the
he
Confederate.
goes
All right,
and
here.
votes
Here's the
Republican.
thing.
Come on, brother.
All right, here. I love you,
Brother.
boys. But here's the
Oh
thing.
my
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Are you ready for some history? Anyone who believes that the South, right, will make America great or something like that, or like the Confederate, are idiots.
Right.
And then the reason behind that is because the Confederate nation was born. Even the terminology of Confederate is order to like I forgot the true definition, but I believe confederacies is in order to kind of display and disprove and destroy the current conglomerate society or government that is governing over these people, right? Hence the Confederate nation or Confederate States.
Yes.
And the Confederacy, if it won, right, it would no longer become America, it becomes something else. And even they say within their own propagandas and within their own telegraphs and within their own books, talking about the Confederate nations, they talk about how the Confederate nation was supposed to overtake the U.S. and become the Confederacy of North America, or like the Confederacy of the New Nations, and was supposed to destroy the American name by itself. So like anyone that says like the United States and with the Confederacy is for pro-United States don't understand what they're talking about.
See, here's the thing.
It's kind of like with the police with the Punisher thing, you know?
Yeah, yes, you are only feeding what Sebastian's rhetoric is of
That
you
I'm a closeted
are
liberal.
closeted
I'm
liberal.
not. I am not.
You are.
I am not. I am not.
I am not.
Oh,
You know,
hi.
it's funny.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It's funny you bring up
Hi, Julius.
that. Oh, hey, man, how you doing? It's funny that you bring that up.
Yeah.
I have a story to tell.
The Punisher?
That
or-
involves not the Punisher. The Confederacy and just racism as we know it.
Okay.
today.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, this is about to get interesting.
It involves both of you.
Oh,
It's a
interesting.
nice little story.
Racism that he's done towards
Is
both
this-
of us.
Is this the gas station at Lake Tahoe?
No, that's another
Wow,
good one.
okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one though. No, what happened was we were for so long. I think we got to know each other over Zoom. We got to
Yeah.
know each other over the weekends during the pandemic.
Yes.
Because we were all separated. So, we were separatists in a way. And what happened was there's this one time.
Lord Vader.
Oh.
Wow. Empire.
What happened was we were on Omegle one night, and we had.
I'll say that.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
you were.
don't say that.
and we were.
I know what you're going to say.
Wait, see, now I have to because you
Fine,
just
go
blew
ahead.
up so heavily.
Go
dude.
ahead. I know. This was one of my
What
dumbest
were you about to say?
moments. I said,
Were you
go
about to say vote Trump? Is that what you were about to say? I literally heard that. Maybe it's the fake soda. Here, you want some of this fake soda?
Yeah, I'll
just
take
a
a
little
little
bit.
It's hitting Julius a little
It
hard.
really is, yeah.
So what happened was, yeah, this is the best of both worlds because I get the ridiculous political takes and the drinking from Sebastian and the former with Brian. Oh, that's what happened last time.
Hey, you know what?
Dude, your place is stock filled with kombucha. Anyway, what happened was
You're a
what,
drug
what happened was what
Wait,
happened.
I like this. Wait here, Sebastian. Put your arm on Jules.
Oh yeah, can you reach
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there?
like the Triforce, you know?
Okay, so what happened? Okay, now
No,
let
this
go
is
of me,
weird.
please. So what happened was we're on Omegle, and Brian is the only person on Omegle itself, but we're in the Zoom call together. And Sebastian and I, you probably remember this,
I
Sebastian.
don't remember this.
Okay, well then I'll inform you.
It's
I'll
like
inform
vague
you.
memory.
So what happened
This
was
was a dumb moment. I just want to say that.
Shut
Wait,
up and
hold
let
on.
him tell the story.
you.
I wanna hear.
I don't want any sort of viewer
Hush, hush,
discretion
continue,
advised.
continue.
So what happened was you and I were giving him suggestions, Sebastian, on what to say to the different people that he would see on Omegle.
Okay.
So, for example, he would just tell him to laugh whenever he would see these like the pairs of girls, pairs of guys. You know, he'd just laugh, say this, say that.
We didn't record that.
We should have. We really should
I
have.
hate you guys.
But what happened was
people call me fat.
that was messed up. But it's not nearly as messed up as what actually happened.
Yeah.
So what happened was we come across this guy.
Oh.
Okay.
He
just remembered.
He just remembered.
Not nearly as bad as this. So we come across this guy whose his face is right up in the camera. He has a bandana on with the bottom part of a skull on it, and these sunglasses, like these sports sunglasses you'd find in a gas station, right?
It's a ghost mask from like.
It was a ghost mask
right.
from like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's wearing that. He's like, and then Brian, being the sociable fella that he is, Brian says, "Hey brother, how you doing? What's going on?" And then this guy's like, "Hey man," covered. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?" And then he's like, he put, for those who can't see because it's audio, he puts his face way closer to the webcam. And he says, "See these?" And he's pointing to the corner of his sunglasses, and molded into his sunglasses are two little S's. And then he's like, "Do you see this, Brian?" And then Brian says, "Oh yeah, hey, those are really cool. Are those snakes you got there?" And then Sebastian is the first one to say, "Brian, those are the Nazi SS's, the mark of the Nazis, the SS mark." And then Brian quickly is just like, "Oh." And this guy was saying over the webcam, You're gonna see a lot more of us, brother. A lot more of us." And the stark thing about this is that this was in December. I remember specifically because it was before January 6th, the fucking insurrection at the Capitol.
Shit, you're right.
Yeah,
Is it one of these podcasts now?
No, it's what happened.
Shit,
and,
you're right.
And the thing is, when this guy's saying this stuff, you're gonna see more of us, brother. Sebastian is going off. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember
going
him.
off, yeah,
He's like, "Come here, you piece of shit! I will find you. Give me your IP address."
I would like him to do the fucking thing next time instead of me just sitting there. Is there snakes? Because I'm not gonna lie, it looked like snakes. It wasn't even like the right SS, because the right SS is supposed to have like the acute angle thing, and then this one is just
it looks
SS.
like the Harry Potter thunder.
Yeah, it looked like the Harry Potter thunder.
Yeah, but it's the new age.
The new age Nazis.
It's the new age.
They're trying.
They're back,
They're
baby.
redesigning.
They're
rebranding.
Literally, they are, because they had little SS on these
I'm
sports.
surprised that someone has sports glasses that are like
was insane.
embedded like that.
That you are never gonna live this down, Brian. You're the so-called
I know,
history
I'm the
major.
historian. I don't remember the
I just
SS.
remember, yeah, that was pretty crazy. And
That was chilling, honestly.
What was funniest about it is that Mackenzie was, and she was like not having it.
Well, how often does she have it? You know what I mean?
No,
Like
that's it.
when it comes to this
That's
type of shit.
Yeah. I mean, only when she leaves, then Sebastian can say whatever he wants.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, don't you remember that
don't
one
you remember
time
the French
that
words?
you were speaking French?
You were speaking French when Mackenzie
See, I fucking
immediately
knew this
left.
I knew this was.
I'm
gonna
sorry.
come
No,
up.
wait.
And we're just
Wait,
gonna
yeah,
leave
this
it
was
there.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it
I
there.
knew this
But
was gonna
let's
come up.
wait after
I
she
knew this was
leaves.
gonna come up.
Wait. Let's wait
I
to tell
can't-
that
I
until
can't-
we're done talking about the
Yeah.
SS and how you missed that completely. How do you miss, as a history major, and you love World War II?
I love World War II.
You're a
I mean, it's not my
fan.
favorite war, but
You're
it's
a
good-
fan.
It's a
It's a good one.
Red War.
Yeah, I do.
Fuck,
I'm an
bro.
historian.
What's your favorite war?
Oh, World War One, but it's
Oh,
also
are
my
you
own
a
favorite
history
war.
fan? Name
Yeah.
all history. Name
Yeah.
5
One,
histories.
2,
Name all the history.
13.
Where's your card, bro?
What's my history card?
Where's your library card of
My
history?
library
The
card?
library of history that you work at. You know what's funny? I remember you got up on my shit on We Tolerate, and you were like, who here got the teaching position, or was offered a teaching position? Implying that you were offered a teaching position.
Huh? Yeah.
You think that matters? What's wrong with you? Why? Who are you texting?
No, I'm trying to look
What
up
are you
the
looking?
SS thing.
You're looking up the. Just look at your favorites. Maybe you should.
I
He's
have a
looking up
favorite.
the SS on his phone.
See, like, This was it.
It looked just like this.
It
dude.
looked like this.
No,
Okay,
it
well, we
didn't.
No,
can't.
it did.
They can't see it, Brian. So
wouldn't
explain
have,
it.
It wouldn't have, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to tell what was going
Well,
on.
I mean, obviously, I assume if you see an SS right next to each other, you're just gonna assume the worst. But
You didn't.
I didn't, because it didn't look like it.
Are those dragons?
It looked like
Are those
snakes.
serpents?
What do you want me to say?
Are you Slytherin?
It's not my fault. And also, I think it was memorized because I've been wanting a ghost mask for like the longest
Well,
time.
not
as a kid.
anymore.
Probably not.
Well, Brian, you're the guy who actually talked to this guy.
Yeah.
You talked to the
Well,
proud
you heard
boy. This
him,
is a
right?
a proud boy, essentially. No, I heard it, but did you ever think of anything about it later? Like was that like? Did you ever get to a moment of like, holy shit?
What do you mean? Like,
Did you ever get to a moment of like, damn, I talked to a guy who was like for, like, fucking the insurrection, white supremacist ideals. Like, did that ever hit you?
I don't know. I wouldn't say it really affected me much. It was just like, I mean, I've seen people die, so like,
Right.
It's like not like, okay,
It's not-
some
yeah.
racist, okay, like
But
Like-
the thing is,
some fool.
it only chilled me because of that rhetoric was happening a lot at that time. Especially it's what accumulated to
Yeah.
the insurrection happening,
Yeah.
and to see a guy just so, I mean, he didn't show his face or anything, but just to be so apparent of like, it's coming, brother. You don't even know it's coming, brother. Like it's odd.
Bro, I blocked the shit out of that. I blocked it.
You
I
didn't remember it?
I didn't remember that night, bro. Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that never you don't
no,
you
not
don't care.
really, because like, I mean, no.
I mean, were you there on the 6th of January? Is that
no,
why?
I wasn't there on the 6th of
I have
January.
photos of you there.
You do? I
Yeah.
would like to see them. I wasn't
Open
even. I was
up.
in my home on the 6th of January.
You weren't. Wait, say it again.
No, I was at my home on the 6th of January.
You wasn't
Your
at
new home, the Capitol.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the point?
I was taking photos. You know, funny enough, you know the guy with the buffalo
Yeah.
head skin, right? So there's this artist.
He's in prison.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
oh,
he is.
damn.
Yeah, they did an
So-
interview with him from prison.
Oh,
He's
damn.
snitching a lot of people too.
He snitched on a
Oh,
lot of people.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead.
cool. It sounded like, I'm so sorry, Sebastian. It really sounded like he said he's itching a lot of people. I'm like,
He probably is.
interesting.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Itching
Just
a
like
lot
this,
of
just
back.
like this.
Stop it. That's tickling. That's itchy.
That's tickling.
No.
I'm gonna insert on you.
So there's an artist called there's an artist called Jacquin or something.
Come
like that.
closer to the. Come on. Get in my personal
I think he's
space.
a French Canadian artist or like a French artist, right? And he sings a lot of interesting songs that I kind of like.
Man.
And I think he also wears like a ox helmet, right?
Oh,
But,
okay.
like that was in his earlier performance. Now he wears like a glass metal, like he's like think of the male Lady Gaga, you know, like he always
Okay.
brings out like a new helmet and an interesting outfit to match with it, and like it was weird because like he was like making like a public statement that was not me, and it's like obviously that wasn't you because you look so different from this guy. Like it's like you're like a
Yeah.
brown French man
Yeah.
with green eyes compared to this white dude with brown eyes. Yeah, no one needs to do a comparison.
I don't know. Some people, forensics.
Yeah, true. Oh, remember that
need
one guy who switched? What was it? He switched Denzel Washington with
What?
There was this one guy, this one interviewer, right? He was interviewing.
Oh no, he was interviewing Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, and then he
Lawrence Fishburne.
There we go, Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, he was.
Hey Morpheus.
Hey Morpheus.
What?
What?
Yeah, no, that guy's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was
That
weird.
that whole thing was ridiculous.
That
But
was funky.
Sebastian,
What's up?
how have you been, my friend?
I've been alright, you know. School's already
You
like
can leave.
school's already like smacking me around a little, but no, I'm having fun. I have been part of the astronomy and physics club, but we finally have faculty sponsors. Because like we haven't had one for like years or like a year. So yeah, we've started meeting. We're doing telescopes, and we're like yesterday was Club Rush. Now that's fun. I'm applying to internships. That's something.
Well, one thing you've been doing a lot of lately
Mm-hmm.
that I've heard about is playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Some D&D.
And I've only played with you when he was the DM.
God,
When-
wow. What memory.
Ryan was the DM.
It was fun. You can't lie.
I
was fun.
wanna be a player in the end.
I want to be God and protagonist. Oh wait, that's you.
Protagonist.
Wait, I want to be. Fine, never mind. But yeah, that was a whole experience playing Dungeons
It was
and Dragons.
fun, though.
I had a great time
was fun.
because
I had
we
a
were.
fun time until
just-
Julius got like so obnoxious.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm
No,
gonna-
you
I'm gonna
got
fuck
obnoxious
you.
with your fireballs per move.
Fuck your wife.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna steal your children. They're my kids.
I remember. Yeah,
Bro, that was so annoying.
he fucked his wife, and he's taking care of your kid.
Excuse me, my character Brian Curiel did all that.
I swear.
Well, I barely remember this. Explain what happened, Brian,
All right, well,
with
explain
me
what
and
happened.
Sebastian's wife.
We have a time jump right into 7 years.
And
Yeah.
suddenly
Oh, no,
my
no,
character has a wife. I don't even know why. Brandon's like,
You have a wife. He's shipping you with fake people.
Yeah, and so Sebastian has a wife, and then Julius, we find out through a lot of conversations, and through me and Mackenzie's like mind bending, and we can like read minds and stuff.
Speak up a bit.
We found out that Julius was the one who has been fucking Sebastian's wife.
Excuse me, Brian. Brian has been.
Brian with a Y.
Brian Curiel with a Y.
Has been sleeping with Sebastian's wife this entire time.
hold on. My character's name. What was my character's name?
Oh, it was like
Dragor.
No. I remember this one.
You remember?
Yes, I do.
I don't remember.
Dude,
I actually do remember.
It was from Monty Python.
I actually
It
do
was,
remember. It was Capita.
It was biggest dickus.
Because oh man.
And so he was sleeping
What's
with.
so funny? Biggest dickus.
So,
Come, Pontius.
you know he has a
I
wife.
have a wife. Incontinent.
But yeah, so biggest
The thing
dickus
about
this
the
kid
the
was
thi-
your kid.
because
Yeah, and I actually wrote the
Spawn.
story that we were supposed to fight the kid.
my kid.
Yeah, your kid. Yeah, your kid was evil.
Good.
And
Good.
I was gonna have you guys have like a moral dilemma.
Wait, the one I was basically gonna raise?
Yeah, she was evil.
Yeah. You were
What
gonna
the
be
fuck,
paying for
Brian?
them.
Yeah.
What is this story
Twist.
like? Bro, you're please,
The M.
no.
Night
And
Shyamalan
also,
of DMs.
and also,
Oh my
like you were gonna
God.
have to fight.
It turns out-
you were gonna have to fight Julius's brother after he did
Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph.
My homie.
Yeah, you guys were
Ralph.
gonna
I
have to
was
do a
excited
war.
for Ralph's
Yeah.
war, bro.
Yeah,
I
Ralph's
was.
war.
I love Ralph.
The McDonald's Wars, the Golden Arches.
Oh, that's right. My character was a former. My character Brian Curiel was the assistant manager of a Taco Bell,
Taco Bell,
before going into the quest.
Yeah.
And then he had an
Because in a
affair.
medieval setting.
There was a Taco Bell. Yeah, and what happened was my character Brian Curiel, the assistant manager at the Taco Bell.
Assistant to the rich.
Assistant to the manager. He had an affair with the owner of that local chain of Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And he had an affair, but he used that to leverage a better deal at the Del Taco across the street. So, but Brian Curiel is a straight up menace, and don't even get me started on Ralph. Man, I wish Miles were here. Miles with a Y. But Miles with an I,
Yeah.
Nurse Miles,
Yes.
is
Nurse Miles.
essentially my new Ralph.
Oh,
Wow.
God. I don't know how to take that.
I don't feel
I mean,
comfortable
why don't
with
you
that.
describe Julius?
Yeah, you want to describe
what
what
you had your
you
character
did?
do? What you had your character do, and what Brian led you to.
What Brian?
What Brian?
What
allowed
Brian
you
let
to do.
Brian do?
hey,
It was all Brian.
Hey,
You from the start
remember
with
my
you,
character, Texo Wakan, whatever, or Techno, right?
Your character, you shouldn't even have a character. You're the DM. What's wrong with you? I remember starkly, you and Brian, or you, Sebastian, and you, Brian, got into an argument in character, which was the funniest thing ever. Because the thing about Sebastian when he was playing,
He was an asshole.
he just kept on saying, you see, that doesn't actually make sense in a logical
Was it
point of
someone's
view.
character racist too?
That was
your
probably,
character.
No, that
was your
Julius.
character.
It was
That was
either
probably
Julius.
It was Brian
or Miles'
Curiel.
character.
It was Brian Curiel.
I hate you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't Julius. It was Brian Curiel. Come
With
on.
a Y.
Yeah, with I mean,
son.
I didn't write it with a Y. I don't know why you're retconning that shit. That's not canon.
I made the book.
If
Let me
I-
dread the lore.
Listen, if I ever tell the story of Brian Curiel and Ralph, it will be on my deathbed for the 100th
I might
episode.
still have the character shit for
Oh,
biggest
you
dickers.
do?
I might,
Oh my
I might,
god!
I might.
I think I might have yours.
on your iPad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had it on the iPad. I actually have Julius's
I have all my
character sheet.
characters on my iPad.
Well, what I need to, if by the end of this year we keep on doing Ignore This podcast, we need to do a campaign
I would
over
love
the
to do
mic
one, yeah.
where just so people see how ridiculous you are as
To
a
be
DM.
honest, I think.
Oh, we're gonna have Brian DM.
Yeah, of course. That's the only way it's gonna
all right.
be.
Sebastian doesn't want me to
listened.
DM
Alright.
again. We can have
I guess
Miles DM.
under-
you know?
under-
No, it'll be
3
you.
sessions.
It'll be you.
We played like 3, maybe 4 sessions.
We played 5 sessions.
So
Oh yeah, that's true.
I got to like level 7 electric wizard. I was an elemental with a noble background, and I was chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Which you
Level
were chaotic
7
evil,
somehow.
killing everyone.
Somehow.
Who me? Who
No,
me?
him.
Oh, him.
Me?
Oh.
Yeah, you were like, oh, what if we killed this guy? I'm like, what the fuck?
What if I decided to?
We killed
Indian.
the evils. We killed the baddies.
Yeah, but you
Am
like
I
tried.
What
are we
is
the
evil?
bodies, Hans? Are we the bodies?
Alright, here. Alright, did I do almost everything right?
No.
You did nothing.
No.
The fact that you were
I
DM
did
and
this
character.
correct though.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I did all the stats stuff correct. The only thing I kind of like misrepresented was like the money gear stuff. Which
I'm not
now
taking
I
your
kinda
word for it.
understand now.
I'm not taking your word for it. Why would we trust you?
Sure.
You were DM and
Why would I have
character.
Why would I have 36 maximum hit points at level 7? That is so low.
Yeah, Brian.
How did we even get to
Well,
level
remember
7?
your base stat, right? Is what's your base
How
health?
did we get to level 7, Brian? We only played 5 times.
Because we leveled up double times. Like, one
This
session.
is exactly why we need to record it. Keep in mind there will be a Dungeons and Dragons run by Brian
I would love to do
episode.
another one. You know, I need to write a new script. You know,
after the show.
Yeah, after the show. Yeah, I would love to do one. You know.
This show will be fun though. This show of
Yeah.
Rock the Barrio, not in the Barrio. In San Gabriel.
It's on the edge to El
On the
Sereno.
edge?
On the edge.
What does that mean?
It's on the edge of the barrio.
Listen to this set of weapons. Daggers of facts and logic. My favorite, honestly,
Hey,
by
yeah,
far.
yeah, you rocked with the facts. and
8
logic.
damage plus 2 from dexterity, d20, 15, 4. I don't even know what that means.
You're supposed to roll like a dexterity buff so you can get an extra damage. Yeah.
For the
Okay,
record,
a d20
for the
though?
record,
That's a lot of
Miles
damage,
with a
son.
Y should
Well,
be
remember,
here.
it's facts and logic, so it's like the most powerful weapon of all time.
Oh my god! Yeah, be careful now. Be
Yeah,
careful.
don't break that. Don't break facts and logic.
No, but I'm excited to play your show, Brian.
I'm
gonna
really
open it.
excited that you guys are playing.
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna open. We're gonna
Yeah,
have
it's
a
gonna
good
be
time.
fun,
We
yeah.
have a couple original songs written.
I'm excited. Yeah.
There's one. I told you.
Yeah, you're
you
writing about one. About me,
writing
yeah.
about you in one of them.
Yeah.
So I hope you're.
I will
worried.
say, if possible, if you're able to keep it appropriate, that'd be cool. But I'm also fine with whatever
That
you guys
is
do
going to be
creatively.
very
you know?
difficult.
All right, cool. I'm
We're
excited-
going
I'm
in
excited to
our
hear it.
birthday suits.
Okay,
you know,
well, let
we're
me
gonna
just-
go
Nice.
Miles, if you're listening,
helicoptering.
we got to get rid of that song.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that because my baby cousins might be there, but I think they're going to be outside for that. So you'll be good.
I promise it'll be somewhat safe.
Okay.
It-
All right,
it'll
the
be
reason
somewhat
why is that they're jealous that they didn't get invited. They were like, Brian, you invited your friends and not us. You don't love us.
Damn,
And I
that is kind of messed up,
And I
though,
was
Brian.
like, damn.
No, that's psychological and emotional manipulation. It's not a show for little kids. That's
And
all
so
I'm
I was
saying.
trying to explain to them, like, girls, you know that this is an adult thing. Like, I want to
Yeah.
make sure that it's not. It might not be a safe environment for you.
They're already ready to hear this death worshipping music.
Oh my god.
How many bands do you have confirmed?
That's what we're gonna sound like.
Here, I'll actually show you. I mean, I know how to do that, but, you know, it's fun.
Oh yeah, while you look it up, do you remember, Sebastian, for your birthday, us karaokeing and you getting down with the sickness?
Oh my
Get
god.
down with the
Are you getting down with the sickness, everyone? Are you
So
ready?
we have Wonderful. We have Ultraviolet.
Right.
We have Vice, which is Andrew's band, which I'm actually really excited for you guys to meet, like, my first friend that I ever made in, like, my entire life. It's going to be really interesting, you know?
I'm going to beat him up.
And then Jack Xander and the Gerrymanderers. Defect Curators.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Chum Buckets. And then Skinwalkers.
And you're the Skinwalkers.
And where's the Skinwalkers? Yeah.
What? So Skinwalkers came from where?
So, originally, Skinwalkers, it was actually supposed to be called...
Yeah, we talked about this.
Well, not on a podcast.
Yeah, not on a podcast,
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Wow.
But be
Where
very...
did Defect Curators come from? Actually, more importantly, where did you get Slim Jim from Eminem? That's the
Real Slim. Real
well,
Jim
the real
Slim.
Slim Jim split.
This is what he was listening to when he listened to Eminem. Chicka chicka Slim Jim.
But no, Skinwalkers came from that. So I'm Native American, and I wanted to make an all Native American band. And I tried applying, like, putting up my posters in the area for people who are Native and people who are Indigenous. No one either took it serious or I just didn't get a whole lot. And I was like, well, it's the first week. I'm sure a month and I'll be good. A month came by, still nothing. So then I was like, man, this really sucks. I really want to do a band, but like, it seems like no one is like applying. And then my friend from upstairs, my neighbor's boyfriend, he was like, hey Brian, I heard you're doing a band. Can I join? I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a native band, but yeah, sure. I mean, I'll fix it up and change it. And so then I started getting new members and stuff, and then it changed. The name has kind of kept the same. Not the same mentality on, like, why people should join the band, but just kind of like, it's a fun little place where people are, like, really good at what they do and stuff like that, except for me. Everyone else is really great. And I kind of just sit there, watch, like, mesmerize as, like, they play amazing music, and I'm just kind of sitting there singing.
Yeah.
And it's been that ever since.
I remember I was walking with Jacob one night, and we called you.
Yeah.
And you were singing. You were asking us what we thought of the music you were playing.
Yeah.
And you were doing some singing for us over the phone and everything. And I just remember that really late 2000s feel to a lot of the music. You know, like I feel like you're trying to get that Linkin Park kind of sound, that Green Day, even maybe a little bit, the My Chemical Romance.
I'm gonna say I get what you're getting from. Yeah, that early 2000s. You know? I don't know.
Mixed with some Bret Michaels and some of that, you know, that hit, every road has its thorn.
I will say a lot of music I love is very early 2000s. I guess 2000s rock and metal, like Chevelle, System of a Down, and
Get Down with the Sickness.
Get down with the
Sickness.
I'm not a big fan of
Nickelback.
Disturbed.
You love Nickelback.
No, I don't like Nickelback.
Come on.
I do like Creed.
Nickelback.
I'll say I'm a big
like
fan of
Nickelback.
Creed. I don't like Nickelback.
You like Nickelback?
And dude, I've
If
only
he
heard
likes
one song from
Weezer,
Nickelback.
you like Nickelback.
Whoa! How dare
That's
you?
a fair judgment.
How
That is a
dare
fair
you
judgment.
compare Weezer to Nickelback?
How dare?
bro.
Yeah, how dare you? It's Nickelback. I haven't even heard them, and they're
A hero.
Well, I'm gonna have to step out, or our punches are gonna be thrown away.
Well, I mean,
from a Weezer fan? You take my napkin.
take my napkin. Here's some chopsticks. Oh my god. It's funny.
I punch like Buddy Holly.
It's funny, man. I got a weird customer today. Or,
It was
you know,
a bad
let me put it a different way. I got a very
got a Weezer
interesting
fan?
customer today where he working in the coffee business, as I do. You get to experience a lot of fun people, especially people like Sebastian, who, you know, when he
What
showed
does
up,
that
a free
even
coffee.
mean?
well, when he showed up to my room screening, my double screening of the room, and
Yeah.
the room
Oh my God,
noir,
that was a great
he was
night.
like, excuse me,
Oh
Yeah.
coffee over
He
here,
did do that, yeah.
I did do that.
boy.
Boy.
I'm surprised you didn't bring a silver bell, you know, ding, ding,
Oh
ding.
my god, I should have
Ding,
done
ding,
that.
ding, ding.
I really wanted to piss you off that night.
Dude, and I was alone that night, but I got this customer who came in and he was just like, he had this voice, you know, this very specific voice where he was just like, hello there, Like it was like the joke I do of your voice. You know what I
Wow.
mean? It was very much like that.
Wow.
Where he was like, "Hello there, how are you?" And
So
I
true
was-
Colombian.
Yeah, it was a straight
Real
up Colombian
Colombian,
person.
yeah.
And I was like,
What
"Oh,
the
hey, do you know?"
fuck, bro? What the fuck,
I don't think
bro?
Sebastian has heard our theory. Now we don't believe he's Colombian.
Well, we'll tell him
Yeah,
that in a
we'll
second.
tell him that.
But I
Yeah.
got this guy who came in who's like, "Hello there, I am going to have," and when someone starts like that, I'm gonna have, I want,
Yeah.
get me, all this shit. It's
Now.
like it already sets a mood for the exchange, right?
Okay.
And then he's like, "I am going to have a extra caramel iced latte."
Oh my god.
And I was like, all right, cool. How many extras was that? Is like, did I say extra enough? I was like, I don't.
What the
What do
hell?
I even say? Who are you? And the thing is like giving me that look, you know, like that Mike Tyson stare down.
Oh my God.
But I'm like bigger than the guy, you know what I mean? 'Cause he's
I'm
looking
gonna
at me
eat
like,
your heart. I'm gonna eat your liver.
he's about to get me. I'm gonna eat your asshole alive. Is what he also
Look,
said.
I'm a Comcast.
I'm the best fucking monster in the world. and he starts giving me the eyebrows. You know what I mean? Like where he's like this.
Yeah.
You know, lifts his eyebrows and wave
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Come on, motherfucker."
Tips his
you know what I mean?
fedora.
Yeah, his fedora.
Fix his suit. Excuse my good sir.
I gave him his drink.
Yeah.
He said, "Excuse me." And he took a sip. He paid for the drink.
Yeah.
He said, "Excuse me, I don't think this is enough extras." I was like, "Wait, what?" It's like, I meant extra. When I say extra, of course you're going to put in the syrup, but I want the sauce. So we have, you know, like a lot of coffee
he
places.
wants it
you have sauce.
concentrated.
Yes, the sauce, and then there's a syrup, which we have.
Interesting.
And it was like, so I
Why
just,
didn't he just ask for that from the beginning?
well, I mean, he said a lot of extras. I guess he
But that
thought that's
doesn't-
what it
Yeah,
was.
but that doesn't like one extra equals juice, and
Concentrate.
the other one equals concentrate.
So I just took.
it's not
I-
Morse code for extra.
What he said was, so he gave me the drink back.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, and also I want some whipped cream." I was like, "Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
All right."
Cause he's
Don't
looking
you have
for
to
like
bring
some
him out for the whipped
massive.
cream too?
What?
Is it the whipped cream extra or?
No.
Well, no, I mean,
depends.
I don't even think we charge for whipped cream, honestly. So I put the whipped cream on. I got the concentrate, the syrup,
Yeah.
like the actual thickness
the
of
thick,
caramel,
yeah.
and I just drew a little sad face on the
Oh,
top
you
of his drink.
really did?
And then he's
Covered
like-
up with a whipped cream?
And then he's like, "Oh, is this you?" And then I was like, "It's like, shit. Where's my?" I was checking my pockets. Where's my burn? Where's my burn bag? Where's my fucking retort? And then he walked out and he started laughing. I was like, defeated, defeated. Next time I see you, sir, I will have something. I have a book of
You
comebacks.
really got destroyed.
I
by
really-
a Weezer enthusiast, not a
Yeah,
Weezer
this
What
guy-
the hell is wrong with you?
This guy was quoting Weezer when he came in.
he was standing in line like this.
Just standing there.
I bet you he was like, "Can I pay with my blue card?"
Yeah, I mean, some people. Oh god,
My
it's
favorite
crazy.
apple is green apple.
Green Hatch. I mean, I don't know. You've worked in service, Sebastian, so you know how it is.
Yeah.
Have you?
In service?
Yeah, like in food service,
No, not food service. Well, kind of, but not really. I've done food vending.
food vending.
Yeah.
In like a
Like
what?
That's like, it's like
Raspados.
water bending, but you're
You. No.
New sandwich.
No. I was a Raspados guy. You know, so I made ice cones.
Raspados.
Yeah, Raspados. Yeah,
Oh, raspados.
yeah,
Okay,
Raspados.
Well, when you get into that, you got to deal with all sorts of characters, man.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly dealt with kids, so like it wasn't
Oh,
really insane.
jeez,
you know?
I would. No, no,
Dude, I'm
100%.
No, I'm very 100%. No,
Just
like,
kids?
I guess like 80%. Well, my station was actually a station in a park, so like a majority of the time I would get kids. But it was a hot summer, so I got parents too.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I think the parents were more impatient, like were more harder to
Yeah,
please.
no, parents are.
And
Yeah,
parents
the
are out of
parents.
their
The parents
goddamn
are
It was
always.
kind of
They're
annoying.
always
Like,
out of their
insufferable.
They're like, "Oh,
ones.
can you put a little bit more?" I'm like, I can't really put more, but like I can try. I mean, it's just ice. I would do it, but like,
Yeah,
It
I
would
get
be a
it.
lot.
Here's the thing: when it comes to a parent, especially when at a restaurant, let's say,
yeah,
I get I'm probably gonna, if I have kids, I'll probably become this. But they get locked in this whole, I'm protecting my kid no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come at the expense of you, the server. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, motherfucker. Like they turn into
Yeah,
a hitman
yeah,
or
they turn
something.
into a
You know what I
hitman,
mean?
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
like
I would
chill,
say
bro.
sometimes-
Some parents show off their kids and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, that's great. I don't get it.
I don't care.
I mean, I was gonna say I've been in a lot of situations where it's been kind of like that with my family. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, Livia and my grandma, so it's like they're always like that every time when we go to a restaurant.
Oh, come
Sometimes
on, Brian.
it is justified though. I remember one time when we went to
When y'all went to
Say
my
Hawaii.
work.
Say Hawaii.
not Hawaii, when we went to San Diego, and my mom, we were drinking water, right? And I thought it was weird how my mom asked for it.
For water?
So, no. We were drinking water and had ice in it, right? But it was like the ice was already gone and like the water was hot. It was a really hot day and the water was warm. So my mom asked the waiter like, "Oh, can I get more ice?" And the waiter was like, "No." And my mom's like, "What do you mean by that?" And he was like, "Oh, drink your water and I'll get you more ice water."
What?
And my
The
mom,
balls?
and my
that
mom
you
was
have
like,
to have?
and my mom was like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay.
very
Yeah,
well
and so
said.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's weird. Like, why would you be like,
You know, I'm gonna try that at my work actually.
yeah, try that. See how-
When it's like,
well,
can
well,
I be out?
extra caramel?
Extra.
Now,
Extra.
here's the thing. When my mom
Drink
does
your-
it, it's justified. Like, a lot of times when we go through situations, like, when she goes to that level, it's like, all right, I can see your point. Or, like, yeah, like, damn, you should not do that, like, to a customer or, like, to a person. Like, that's me. But when my grandma does it, so, for my graduation dinner, right? When I think I was graduating from 5th grade to 6th grade, right? Going from elementary to middle school. Oh, no, it was from middle school to high school, right?
Isn't that? Oh yeah.
Yeah. From 8th grade to 9th grade. I
I said boneless, boneless.
actually kind of close.
Oh,
We were at
God.
this really nice restaurant, and it was actually in South. It was in South Pasadena, right next to La Monarca. It was called Crossroads. It was like a steakhouse.
Uh-huh.
It was my favorite steakhouse I've ever gone to. And actually, before I
Oh
used-
yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yep.
So I would take my mom there for mother-son dates and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do this, but with my family. You know, it was my favorite place to eat at. I kid you not.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, grandma, you should order the steak here. The steak is amazing. My grandma is iffy about blood, and so she
Is what?
iffy
Iffy.
about blood for steak, right?
Oh, okay.
And so she got a little too much blood. But like you're supposed to have like enough. You can tell the difference between raw or like cooked, right?
Yeah, of course.
My grandma has poor vision, and so she thought it was fully raw. And when the waiter tried giving her a second steak, she got it and she ate it, right? But then she complained and was like, "Oh, it was still raw, and I want to be paid for it." And the waiter,
Oh my god, that's the worst. Like,
Yeah,
like don't
and-
eat it in the first place.
yeah, and the waiter got really upset. I was like, "Well, ma'am, you're still gonna have to pay for it." And my grandma got up, she spat on the floor near his foot,
What?
and went downstairs because it was a second-story building, and walked down to the first floor and said, "You can kiss my white Puerto Rican ass," and walked outside the door. And I was
and
really
she told
embarrassed.
me I'd go to hell for if I killed myself. Jesus Christ.
And it was a really embarrassing moment, and I did not talk to my grandma for a
Wow.
whole 2 weeks.
Your grandmother thought that I was a Satanist.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Still don't understand that.
Well, Julius, you got the long hair and
Right.
and the long hair and the long hair. You know, boys
In different
can't
parts
have
of my body.
boys can't have long hair. You know,
Is that why? Because I don't really remember.
I-
Oh,
why.
listen
I
to
just,
Jesus.
to be
I just
honest-
remember you
no,
told
to
me
be
this.
honest, I actually don't remember why. I think my grandma's like, "Oh, your friend Julius, I don't have a good vibe about him." I'm like, okay, all right.
But why?
He's complaining, but like, I don't think he's evil.
What did I complain about?
Dude, you complain about a lot. Bro.
Well, I complain when things are justified to complain. Sure.
Said the one that complains.
But what did I
Oh,
complain
shit, you
about?
complain too.
I complain a lot.
I know, but he at least admits to it.
I
I
just
love
said
complaining.
I just said I complain when I think
No,
things
that's
are
it.
unjust.
I complain
When
when
you
things
complain-
are.
when things are just
I complain for anything, bro.
I complain for fun, for sport.
Yeah, man.
Because I don't think when I've talked to her,
yeah.
it's always been delightful.
No,
and I've
she
never,
likes you.
I've
She
never.
just thinks like. I mean, now she's kind of like. I mean,
I
here's
mean,
the
I
thing.
haven't seen her in a.
I'm gonna let
good
you know
amount of
this. My grandma doesn't
time.
trust anyone.
Sure.
The only people that she trusts is her family, and even though she doesn't trust her own family, right?
Right.
My grandma's a very suspicious person, but that is because of what she's experienced in her life. You
Sure,
know?
yeah.
Like with what she's experienced with my grandpa. who abused her and stuff like that. And then like she was falsely accused and arrested and stuff right in front of her kids. Second times, like 2 times. She's been abused. Bro. She's been forgotten by her family. And actually, this is the reason why I live in LA. It's because when my grandma moved to Los Angeles and when she had my mom, our entire family in New York City kind of was like, oh, you either get rid of Libby and you can come back, or you have to stay out there and never see us ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And so that my grandma has been kind of forgotten by her entire family ever since then. Then, of course, when she gave birth to the girls and she almost died of cancer, she found out about her sister living in Arizona. And so my grandma has just been through a lot. And so,
of course, yeah.
Like, sometimes when I talk to her, and even sometimes I have raised my voice, and I don't like it. But, like, I'm like, dude, like, a lot of things that you do is very weird. And, like, a lot of things that you don't like, you have a lot of mistrust with a lot of people. You don't give them a chance or open up to them. My grandma's just a really closeted person because of how much she's been dealt with, right?
Oh, yeah.
But actually, today we went shopping, and she actually met someone from New York who was really nice to her and gave her a phone number. So I hope that she actually grows a friendship with that woman today. So we'll see what happens.
I'm just curious because
as long as she doesn't tell her that if she kills herself, she's going to hell.
No, she's a Christian woman.
Oh, great. Oh,
here's the thing, Brian. When you came up to me,
don't hurt an old woman's soul with words on her religion and her faith.
But here's the problem, Brian.
Yeah, she ain't gonna listen to this.
She said I was a Satanist.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the jump.
Dude,
she's never met one then.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You have long hair and you're a boy.
No.
It's my horns, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
I feel discriminated.
No. The reason why she said that was because of your podcast name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The goat.
The goat, yeah. She was like, that's really demonic. You should watch after him.
Did you tell her it was an acronym?
Bro, poor
yeah, I told her it was an acronym. And she's like, why is it an acronym? I'm like, I don't know.
All right. You're not... Okay, see, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that.
I thought I told you that.
No, all you said was, my grandma thinks you're a Satanist.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, why?
You've been living with that for how many years? 3?
But
2
I'm just
years?
like, that's all I heard. I didn't know it was because of the channel's name.
Yeah, it was the channel's name. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, a bit more sense.
I was just like, wait, what's the jump? I've been wondering because random thoughts will pop into your head.
Yeah,
and everything,
exactly.
Random memories. I'm just like, wait, I was thought of as a Satan. I've met Satanists. I've met them. They've come.
I met
on
Satanists too.
insane.
I met witches. They're. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I know what people are gonna assume of like, oh, this guy's Christian, so he's obviously gonna have a negative light on these type of people.
Oh, well, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Naturally.
I think if you believe in a lot of weird stuff that is like that
a lot?
like stuff that's like harmful, right?
I
or
thought
like
you said
that,
Allah
like,
for a second.
Like stuff that is harmful to people and even yourself. You know, I even believe that in a certain degree. Like if you do stuff for your faith that is in order to hurt yourself, I think like you should probably like rethink or at least do something that is like if it's like a faith thing, like fasting and stuff like that. I think that's fine, but like know your limits. You know, I've met a couple of good like people who have considered themselves wizards and witches. And actually, my guitarist's best... Well, this person, she, like, was her neighbor. She was like, hey, Brian, you want to go have dinner with these people? I'm like, sure, yeah. And she's like, oh, as we're getting in the door, she's like, oh, Brian, she's a witch. And her boyfriend's a warlock. I'm like, interesting.
You're a wizard, honey.
I was like, I kind of don't want to have dinner with them. And she's like, why? I was like, because that's weird. And she's like, yeah, they're weird, but, like, I had to go have dinner with her. I'm like, okay, well...
Well, how was the dinner?
Here's the thing. She left me with them. She was like, bye, Brian.
What?
And I was like, Yossi, what the
hell?
hell?
Why did she do that?
She
and this is the girl you're simping for?
I'm not simping over my guitarist.
T-shirts?
Brian.
I'm not giving her any
t-shirts.
I'm not giving her any t-shirts.
If you're good,
look,
we'll see.
I never said that.
We're not going to
read
spend
the messages.
we're not going to spend too much
Read the what messages?
We're not going to spend too much time on this.
All right. Well,
but go ahead, pull up the messages.
All right. Well, I was going to say
with the consent of Brian.
I won't give you my consent.
Well, it's brought up. We're talking about it anyway.
Wow, okay. Such liberals I have here. They only believe in consent.
I don't know who you're calling.
They become real conservative.
Hey, be liberal with the information.
But no, so then she was talking about like stuff like that was weird. And it seems the witch.
Oh, okay.
And she seems like she's in
a witch!
abusive relationship.
Oh, really?
Because when we were having dinner, right? And
Toxic.
I was like, yeah, it was weird. Her boyfriend kept doing this to her arm, like.
Well,
grabbing...
explain what you're doing for the
So
listeners.
for the people who are listening, like I'm grabbing Sebastian's arm kind of tight, and he kept doing that every time when she said something that
in a
made him,
very awkward
like,
position.
he-
yeah.
Well, like he went like this.
Oh, he would reach over his
Yeah, yeah.
arm
Yeah.
and go
And,
to
like,
her arm.
Yeah, and do that.
And squeeze
and then
it?
other times
Why
when
did you
he
put-
said something
'Cause he's
that she
trying
didn't like.
To get her to shut up?
Yeah, and
But no. That's not what I'm asking.
Yeah.
What I'm asking, why did she leave you there? And why did you not immediately
I don't
leave?
know. Well, I hadn't finished my food, and I had to eat it there.
Ryan.
I respect that, bro. If
And-
I paid for food, I'm gonna
Exactly.
fucking
And
eat
the other
it.
Wait, did you paid? You paid?
Well,
I thought it was
it's
at
my meal
someone's
plan,
house.
you know. So no. It was like, oh, we're meeting up dinner with.
Oh,
these
you're
people.
meeting at a restaurant. Okay, I'm sorry. I
And
thought it was
and
at...
also I was with my other guitarist, and I wanted to make sure that he wasn't
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be left alone.
See,
too.
I thought it was at their house.
No,
It was just you and
no,
her, and
no,
you were
no.
left alone.
No.
If I'm really nice, can I get a free shirt? Maybe. Smiling emoji with
Wait,
the
you have
sweat
to, you have
coming
to,
down.
You have to
I
use,
look
use letters.
Into it.
Use letters for which character you're playing.
like
You know, why
You
is
know,
that
here,
person...
Julius, let me-
I'm
is
doing
that
different
person?
voices.
wait,
what
here,
else
here,
do
here.
you want?
You can.
Wait. You do my guitarist
Because
voice, and then
they're
you
not
do
too
Brian.
different.
Huh?
They're not too different.
Fine. If I'm really nice, can I get a free
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on.
shirt?
Okay, and I'll do Brian.
Yeah, me and
All right, take it from the top. Are
I'm
you
not
ready?
taking. I'm reading.
Take it from the top. I'm reading Brian.
I'm not giving her a free T-shirt.
We'll see by the end of
Guys,
the read.
I'm not.
We'll see.
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm not.
I hear.
Friday, 1:09 a.m.
Wow, you're
Suspicious,
time dating it?
suspicious time.
Vicious time.
Go ahead.
If I'm really nice, can I get a free shirt?
Maybe. I'll look into it. Laughing emoji.
What about if I'm really nice? Can I get two then?
Laugh out loud.
I hate that. I hate that.
And by the way, this is not private. This isn't a group text.
Yeah, this isn't a group text.
It
Take your
was.
fucking phone back.
Sorry.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna tell
This
you
is
guys.
extortion.
Yeah, I did say this is extortion.
Wait, but my last thing was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no,
Brian,
no.
Go ahead.
So, like, every time when she said something that made him uncomfortable, he went like that. Every time when he said something that made her uncomfortable, she literally stopped him. Like, it's like, oh, we don't talk about that. Like, put her hand up in his face. It's like, don't talk about it. And literally,
That's
when we
crazy.
were eating, she, like, put her hands on his mouth.
Bro, they were just fucking kinky. That's
Dude, no, it was weird, and it made me feel
It
really
sounds-
uncomfortable.
it sounds
And they
really
talked about-
abusive,
I
man.
mean, they didn't talk about like anything like witchcraft, but like I could sense
Who's
like,
doing
the-
spells
like-
on it?
No, I can sense that it's a weird toxic relationship.
Oh, yeah.
and, like,
But like, what does that have to
And
do
also,
with
like-
them being like
Yeah,
quote unquote
that, they don't-
witches and
Yeah.
warlocks?
oh no, I just thought it was weird. But like
You thought
the
that was
other
a
thing
weird
that was also
adjacent.
kind of weird too is that he is a graduate student, she's an undergrad, but he's a junior grad and she is a sophomore undergrad.
Oh.
And they've been dating for 3 years.
Oh boy.
She lives at his house.
Oh boy.
I know some
Do
situations
the
that are
math.
similar, but I will not bring it up out of respect for certain people.
Yeah.
That's a bit uncomfortable. Brian, you should have just left with your homie, dude.
Yeah, and actually, I was thankful. They were like, "Oh, yeah, we need to go. We're gonna go have a yoga prayer meeting thing." I was like, "Okay, bye." And Yanika looked at me. My other rhythmist looked at me. and was like, "Brian, that was uncomfortable." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell Yasi that wasn't cool." And I literally called her up like, "Hey, don't ever leave me with your weird people." And she's like,
Send her this podcast.
Yeah.
Send her this
And,
podcast.
and she was like, "Oh no,
Fuck's
I'm
wrong
sorry
with
about
you?"
that. I just had to get going." I'm like, "All right, well, just let me know before, like otherwise we could just sat outside and ate together."
Yeah, there's a way of letting people know
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. I mean, first of all, you gotta let the person know the people we're having dinner with are fucking
Batshit
warlocks
crazy.
and witches.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the first thing you say, and then the second thing you say is, "I gotta leave." come
A
with
little
me.
early, yeah.
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 Or you, even if come with me doesn't come to
Exactly.
mind,
Yeah.
just say
And you
I'm
know what?
leaving early.
This was the first time when I didn't order a mobile meal, and I will never not order a non-mobile meal. This is the first time I ordered a tomato bisque soup.
Oh, that's
and
good.
it was disgusting.
How dare you?
It was the worst
How
tomato. No, it was
dare
no,
you,
Julius. It was
sir.
the worst tomato bisque I've ever had in my life. It wasn't fresh.
You need that good shit.
No, yeah, I know. You know what it was? It was like a canned tomato sauce, but filled with water.
That's disgusting.
I know.
That's
And then the
disgusting.
bread wasn't even like a fresh grilled cheese. You know, like, dude, grilled cheese
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
tomato
yeah.
bisque, that's the best.
Don't get me
It wasn't
started.
that. It was like a piece of shit,
That-
like baguette. A dry ass baguette
Now
from
I'm
Trader
hungry.
Joe's.
You better get that shit at your show.
Tomato bisque.
Tomato bisque with
Ooh,
the grilled
I would
cheese.
be down, yeah. You know, I actually might make that chicken dish so you can try it.
Okay, bet.
One thing I wanted to say, it's something I've been wanting to tell you both
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a while. Actually,
wow.
It's a story that
I'm
I've been.
in love with both of you.
I've been I love both of you, but I can only choose one.
Who gets the
Dun,
who gets the
dun,
roast?
dun.
Tune in next bat time, same bat channel.
Same bad
It's the first part of a story
Oh,
that I've been saving for a podcast,
Oh.
and I'm glad you guys are
is
here.
this first ever
What do you mean?
exclusive
Of what?
of this story that you're telling anyone?
Well, no, not anyone.
Oh, okay.
But it's
But
the
on
first
the
time I'm
podcast.
telling you and the
Okay.
listeners.
Oh,
It is.
wow.
I don't. Maybe I've told you in the past. I don't think I have.
It's not the Chipotle lady, is it?
No. no.
Also, not Chipotle lady, Starbucks lady.
Oh, that thing.
Oh no.
Wait,
No,
there
it
was a
was the
Chipotle,
Chipotle-
lady too?
It was the
It was,
Chipotle
the
lady.
Chipotle was next to the Starbucks.
Oh,
You're probably.
I
That's
see,
what you're
I
probably
see,
mean.
yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Gotcha, yeah.
That might be another
Fake
podcast.
homeless person.
I don't know. Fake homeless person.
Mr. White. Just
I have a name for that.
yeah.
Folus. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Samash. Should I?
this is the first part
Yeah.
of the Santa Clarita Chronicles.
Oh.
Have I haven't told either of you this.
All I know is that fucking only crazy people live in Santa Clarita, bro.
So, all right, are
I
you
don't
ready?
even know what Santa Clarita is.
Santa
Shit,
Clarita
crazy
is
people.
up north.
I know what it is, Julius. I'm just playing the joke that I'm dumb.
I'm a joker. I'm a smoker.
I'm a lover and I'm a groaner.
This is the first part of the Santa Clarita
Ooh,
Chronicles.
all right, cool.
I don't know who I'll tell the second part
Spiderwick
to.
Chronicles. All right.
So what happened was, I used to go to this place in downtown, which is probably still there. It's in the alley of a downtown area
Yeah.
called The Smell. And The Smell, have you heard of it? Have either of you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so The Smell is this place in an
Sounds
alley.
like it
It's a
smells-
club. It smells alright. It's in an alley. It's a club, and they have a lot of indie punk shows and everything.
Yeah.
And they just they're the heavy metal. You probably would like it there actually because there are a lot of mosh pits. They get really heavy, Brian.
Is it super heavy, like dark heavy, or is it like heavy as a like?
It's not the heaviest I've ever seen, but
Alright,
it
cool.
gets heavy.
I'm gonna say I like a good medium heavy. I'm
Yeah.
not into like the weird dark.
No, you're talking about
because like at
backyard
that point
shows,
it's like
dude.
it's like you
No,
know it's
no,
like
no.
I can't hear it. You know.
That's not the usual, but they do get a little heavy and a little
Cool.
crazy.
I was gonna
and
say,
you
as
meet-
long as they have like
yeah.
a good like a flow, you know.
yeah,
I'm
and
fine
you
with the flow.
you meet all sorts of characters in these types
Yes.
of places. So
like
I
a
met
goth girl who's
I
like,
met
"Thank you for punching me in the face. Let me lick the blood off your knife."
don't be
Oh my
spoiling
God,
nothing now.
That sounds so.
You gotta come to the show with me next time. Then you probably want to talk with a goth
Sebastian,
girl.
for those who didn't hear that, Sebastian got really turned on
Yeah,
just now.
he got erected from
yeah,
from
if-
me saying a goth girl who liked me punching her.
If you heard a little wong, that was his little wand.
wait, Julius, if you heard the table go,
He's gonna be sitting there for a while. But anyway,
he sat up right
Oh
too.
I'm getting close to the mic.
let's look, Brian. All right, no. So I met this girl there years ago. This is years ago at
Alright,
this
cool.
point, at the
Nice.
Smell,
Interesting.
and
The
this
same goth girl.
it might be, it might be, dude.
This is not Nutella girl, is it?
It's what?
Nutella girl.
No.
Nutella. That's a good one.
That's
That's
don't talk
another
about her.
podcast.
Don't talk about her. she's a sweetheart.
She was pretty sweet.
What happened was with this girl I met at the Smell. Are you gonna listen or what? Are you gonna listen or what? You're gonna listen or what?
You met this
we're
girl
gonna
at the
say-
Smell.
yeah.
I'm gonna for the duration of this podcast, I'm gonna call her Rebecca. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
For now.
All right. For now, changes it up.
Until I reveal her, address, her social security number,
Damn.
her name.
What are you, Guzman?
Yeah, everything. Kuzma. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So Rebecca, I met,
Yeah.
and she was like, think of Ramona Flowers in real life.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you know who that is, Sebastian, from
In wh-
Scott Pilgrim and versus
Yeah,
the World, the
yeah,
girl with the
yeah,
changing
yeah.
hair.
Every like
Yeah.
5'11" white boy's dream.
Yeah.
And my dream.
Yeah, pretty. Okay.
Hey man, I like girls with colored hair. You can't judge.
Someone.
I'm not judging. I was there. I was there.
The social commentary. But go ahead.
I was there. I met this person, and we got talking. And we talked. My friend Ufwe met this person as well. Who met Ufwe was on the third
Ufwe.
chapter. She had an
Oh,
exorcism,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
she met her, and we all hung out for a little bit, and then we got a group chat going on. And this is again years ago, for those worried. So what happened was, she invited us to this housewarming party in Santa Clarita where she lived.
Rebecca or
Rebecca.
All right, cool.
Ufwe lived at the time near me.
Nice. Yeah.
So what happened was we went to this party in. What the hell are you doing?
I'm just moving this
He's doing
around.
Stop
Beyblades.
it!
Why?
Because it's distracting.
Well, don't look at it.
Don't look at it. I can hear it's a podcast.
Fine.
Give me your
Fine.
can.
There you go.
Wow.
Just use your fingers. That's fine. That's silent. I can't. Okay, that's not good. What you're doing with my glass is not good, Brian. So we go to this housewarming party in Santa Clarita, and it's a crazy drive already because it's at night.
Yeah.
And I'm driving with Ufwe, and the drive over there is ridiculous. It's hectic.
Yeah.
Have you ever made that drive, Sebastian?
Too many times.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
I think I've probably been there. I just probably I was like, oh, I'm here.
They have lanes of industry trucks that merge with regular lanes and
yes,
everything.
I know what you're
It's
talking
insane,
about.
you know.
Yeah.
So we're like nearly
like
dying
San
on our
Diego,
way.
but worse.
Yeah, it's way worse because you're just going to nothing. And then what happens is we get there, and we meet the people at the front door. And the person who opens is this older woman. In maybe her mid-30s, and I was I was around your age, Brian, at this time.
Nice.
So I'm
Like 20
or actually maybe more close to your age, Sebastian.
So 21 or 22?
Yeah, around that age. And what happens is I get there, this woman, probably in her mid-30s. I think her name's Yuli, I think. She was like from, I think,
What's her
Norway.
last name G?
Yuli G. Yeah, that was her name. And what happened was she looked at me.
What about Ulysses?
That's Grant.
For Christ's
Fair-
sake.
I was
President,
thinking
too.
of the Odyssey, but yeah.
Oh, the Odyssey too.
Ulysses.
Yeah.
Bitch.
I was thinking about following him Vegas.
What happens is we open the door. We're invited in not by Rebecca, the hostess
Yeah.
of this thing.
Yeah.
Yuli
Yeah.
comes up, looks at me dead in the eyes, like how I'm looking at you, really wide, everything, like I'm examining everything about you.
Yeah.
And shakes my hand.
Like a faux homeless.
Shakes my hand and then pulls me
Whoa.
in. Like that.
Ow.
I'm sorry, but
My
are you okay?
socket.
But that's how I was like, oh shit,
Damn,
okay. That Trump handshake, you know how he pulls people in? You know, it was kind of like that. She's like looking at me like this and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's a bit aggressive. Cool.
Yeah, it's a bit
My
wild.
friend Ufwe was all about it. Because Ufwe is
She
very,
likes that energy.
she's a very high energy
I would say,
person.
yeah, listening to the podcast, yeah, she's almost made me like deaf.
Well, I mean, that's not specifically what was happening.
Yeah.
I can get a little bit into that, but I'm going to let her
I would
say what
I would
happened.
like to meet Ufwe. She seems interesting.
Yeah, it'll be a fun meet. But what happened was we get in there, we get settled in. I meet all sorts of people who are in that art crowd, right? And
Nice.
so it's very
Who's your
eccentricities.
You gotta stop it. with the Weezer hate. What's with these homies dissing my Weezer, bro?
What's ironic is Weezer was actually playing in the background
Nice.
Oh
at
my
this party.
God.
Thank you for proving my point.
Yeah. So what happened was I get to know some of the people, but I'm not drinking because I have to drive, you know?
Right,
And I have to
right.
drive my friend home.
The DD.
I'm the DD.
The
at this
D&D.
point. The DMDD.
The DD.
And I'm drinking just the cherry cokes, and I see Rebecca.
Cherry Coke? Bro, just drink water.
Why? Why? You don't like the cherry coke?
No, because this is like, you know, it kind of reminds you of the Scott Pilgrim movie because he's like drinking, like, I'm just drinking my Diet Pepper. And it's like, who drinks Diet Pepper? Coke
did-
cherry?
You don't like cherry coke.
I've never, thought, like, oh, I'm gonna
why
go
am
to
I
a
not
party.
surprised that he hasn't tried it?
No, I
and
have
he's
tried a cherry
criticizing
coke.
it?
Already
I'm just not that good into it. You know, I do like the what is it? The seasonal Sprite cranberry. That's pretty good.
Cherry
Well,
Coke.
let him
Cherry
enjoy.
Coke.
Let him enjoy his thing.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Continue with your
Yeah, so
cherry
I'm
coke.
drinking the Cherry Coke Chronicles. I'm drinking my drink,
Yeah.
getting refills. Everyone else is getting drunk. I see the hostess, and she apparently
The 30-year-old.
no,
Rebecca.
Oh,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Pardon me, Rebecca. Rebecca has a boyfriend.
Interesting.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
The messages we were sending each other spoke to the contrary.
Ah, yes.
Okay, all right. So I'm just kind of minding my own business, drawing on
My
the
boy was-
table, you know.
Bamboozled.
No, I wasn't bamboozled.
Not
I just
bamboozled,
probably
but,
just
like-
got the wrong idea.
My boy was misguided.
You were Maya'd.
Well, here's what happened. I'm minding my own business.
Yeah.
I'm drawing on the tables because that's what was encouraged. Because there were a bunch of sketches on the
I was
tables.
gonna say,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
I took out
It's
my
an-
knife
it
and
is-
started.
It's an artist's home,
Yeah.
and I'm talking to these odd people. This guy named Derry, who his name is Derry, and he looked really nerdy, you know, really
Allergic to
geeky.
milk.
Yeah, well, this guy was sitting around looking at all the girls that were around, and then the girls would start dancing. You gotta start making out, you know, start
Yeah.
lap dancing. Not on us,
Yeah.
because
Eat chip.
I was just like doing my
I
own
was saying,
thing.
eat chip and be bisexual. I guess.
But Derry's just watching the whole time. I'm like, hey man, are you all right? And Derry's just like, oh man, you know, I'm just enjoying the show.
Oh.
I was just like, oh my, okay.
And this was the boyfriend, or
No, this was another guy named
Another
Derry.
random
Dude.
Some random
I
dude.
never got the boyfriend's name, but
Okay.
all I know is that he was going to Japan the next morning, which is why he left early. And
The
the
boyfriend or
The,
The
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Keep up.
come on, stay with us. So I'm just doing my own thing. Rebecca comes up to me
yeah.
and she says, "Hey, are you gonna be good driving home?" Yeah, I'm not drinking, so you know. And she says, "Well, if you need to stay over, that's cool." Like, oh, okay. And I didn't put anything into it. I was just like, "Oh,
Right,
thanks for the
right.
offer, but I have to get her home." And then she says, "I'm serious. If you want to stay over, it's no problem."
Oh.
And then she comes up to me and she gives me a little she rubs her nose on my forehead in a playful way, you know.
Oh.
I was just like, "Oh, okay, cool."
And you didn't
She
put
also
two and
might
two
be
together then?
No,
Yeah.
I did,
Oh,
but
okay.
but here's what happened. No,
She
you're
might be
not.
from Alaska.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, okay, this
Wow.
is cool. So I'm considering it
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
yeah,
point,
yeah.
but I'm probably not going to stay
Yeah,
at this
'cause
point because I have to take my friend home.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Right.
but it's in my mind.
But I'm willing to make the drive back.
Who might be my wingman? Please help.
So what happens is
Yeah.
I go into the restroom just to use it.
Put on
Go in the
Nutella.
restroom. Yeah, put my Nutella cologne on, and what happens is I step outside.
Yeah.
I can barely open the door because it's a narrow hallway already, but there are 3 people in that hallway making out with each other right on top of each other, essentially blocking the door. It's an Asian dude who's like the jock, you know what I mean? Kind of like a jockish type of lacrosse
Yeah.
dude. who's-
Okay.
The
And
modern
there's
day Netflix jock. Yeah.
pretty much. And there's this guy in a cowboy hat who's probably around the age of Yuli who claimed to be an assassin. And then
Oh.
and then
Yuli's the 30-year-old.
yeah, but this guy in a cowboy hat was
Who's
around her
also
age.
old.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm gonna call him Haas. Haas was also there.
He was making out with like kids your age?
He was making out with Rebecca.
Oh!
They were all together grabbing each other's asses.
Dang.
And I was just like, oh, okay. It's that kind of
It's like,
party.
Julius, you want to be in that third?
That would be
He
fourth.
wanna be
Oh, yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
fourth.
complete
So
the car.
I just
Complete the car.
I'm like freaked out. I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm gonna scoot on past, and I scoot my way in through this. I'm like literally trying to push my ass into the wall. You know, like Kitty Pryde of the X-Men trying to phase through the wall. You know, like so I don't
Oh,
touch
the
anything.
juggernaut.
I'm trying to juggernaut my way through these people.
Juggernaut.
And then I get to the living room, and I see it started. It turns into Caligula. It's a fully clothed herogasm. And I start getting freaked out, and I'm just looking around like, oh my god, this is what the hell is going on? And then I'm breathless. I'm like,
Sebastian's like, why didn't we know each other earlier? He arms in,
do you
slanted head. Do you still have their number?
do you still have the address? I'm just like
to
looking
assert
around. It is so humid in this place that I can't catch my breath. I don't know what to do. I see my friend Ufwe partaking in some of this, and Derry is trying to make his way into, because she was with a girl, and then Derry's like on top of them trying to get in there. You know what I mean? Like Derry's, and I hear some laughing as I'm like giggling from Derry's like, you know, like it was just the most awkward thing. And then I just go out. I'm so breathless. I'm so desperate at this point to get out of that situation that I go on the patio where the smokers are, where I can breathe better near the smokers. So I just go chill out there, and they're like, "Hey man, what are you doing out here? I thought you were gonna." I was like, no, no. I'm not. Like, dude, what is going on? I literally just came to the. Is that a TARDIS in there? Like, is that not even a bathroom?
Are we in Greece?
Is this what is
this? A communal bathroom?
Yeah, this is Caligula. This is insane. And I start talking to this guy who is a game developer in Burbank. It's a Ubisoft. The head of Ubisoft was up there.
What's wrong with these AC games?
Yeah, man. To calm me down, we talk a little bit about Smash. You know,
to calm me down. Hey, have you ever played Smash?
Don't touch me.
And the friend,
don't jump ahead.
Your friend
don't
was partaking in this.
Yeah, she was having a good time.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to. I don't mean to call her out, but she and I talked about this beforehand, so we're good. But what happened was, don't jump ahead now.
Okay.
So what happened was, I start talking to the guy. We get to know each other. He's one of these guys who's a little like Zuckerberg-ish. You know what I mean? Yeah. Zuckerberg, as in the movie. You know, where he's very like quick-witted and a little like. Yeah. Like what you said is stupid, you know, essentially. And I'm just trying to get through it because I didn't want to take my mind off of what the fuckery of Inside. Yeah. You know, so we're talking about Smash Brothers, Nintendo, Mario, because he's a game developer. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, cool. And it comes time where we're leaving, Ufwe and I. We can't get out of there fucking fast enough at this point. And what happens is, I'm like, Ufwe, we gotta go, man. This is fucking weird. We gotta go. And the guy, I forgot his name. I'm gonna call him just Gamer, essentially. Gamer.
Gamer.
And you'll notice the pun later. Gamer came up to me.
Oh.
And he what he did, and I don't mind making that joke because what he did was pretty fucked up. He asked me, "Hey man, what's your name again?" Julius. You know, my name's Julius. Before we're leaving, we're at the door. I'm like, come on, we gotta get the fuck out. He's like, hey, man, well, Julius, that's a sexy-ass name. And he starts playing with my hair, frothing my hair. And I'm like, oh, okay, dude. Like, I don't know what to do. I start backing up a bit. Nowadays, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. You know, like, I push him away. You know what I mean? But, like, don't touch me. Don't touch anyone like that, you know? But he starts rubbing my back. And then he comes in for a hug, and he goes for my ass. And I'm just like, whoa, dude. Okay, that's when I was like, dude, this is not.
No.
I think you got the wrong idea.
No.
All right, I'm going now. Bye, Rebecca.
We ain't playing one of your gotcha games.
this ain't gotcha from the Even Stevens movie, bro.
This isn't Doki
Dude,
Doki.
I was like, bye, Rebecca. Nice seeing you. Yeah, fuck yeah. And I left that party pissed. You know, I left kind of angry because of just the false pretense of that one little moment between me and her, and then
this whole
what happened around. And I'm not like, I mean, you know me, bro. You know, you guys know me. You know, I get a little Nutella and everything, and I'll tell that one day.
I will say it was really interesting to see you drink.
What?
Huh?
At one party, when we
went
to Lynn's friend's party. Lynn's friends.
Wait, how did we?
Wait, hold on. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay,
but
right.
I was just really I mean, god damn, dude, it's messed up, man. Up there in
That's
Santa
crazy.
Cruz.
That's weird, that's crazy,
Yeah, bro, the people over there, I don't know
I'm
what
surprised
happens.
there's a
I don't know
part
if
two.
it's like the
There is a part 2.
I don't know if
Damn.
it's the heat or if it's
You
the
need to tell me this part
altitude
too, bro.
or if it's the fact that it's like kind of like desolated, like it's like
Santa Clarita,
it's like-
desolate weather.
no, not desolate, but like
it's the Wild West out
separate.
there.
It's like separate
It's
from
an
like
aura
everywhere.
boost.
It is. It's its own
So-
little state out there, you know? Like it's like a bunch of
It's
meth
wild.
heads and
It's fucking wild.
cowboys
bro.
and-
It's fucking wild.
it is. And that led to a really crazy, in some ways, abusive relationship between me and that girl. And you know, it's
Rebecca?
yeah, and it was really unfortunate, man, because that was. I mean, there's definitely a type I have where I'm into people who aren't really into me, you know, and that's weird. I mean, you're smiling, but
Sounds like
wow,
I'm someone's
wow.
a Weezer fan.
Jesus.
I like how I was into it. Like I was
May I
like, I'm so
introduce
sorry,
you to the
Julius.
Church of Weezer?
Fuck away from me, man.
I was like,
You know what?
I'm so sorry for.
Thanks for
Julius.
listening,
Like,
everybody.
like it's strong and powerful to like admit something like that, you know.
Well, I mean, it's
But like
it's
this
some-
fucker over here is like Weezer fan.
he's literally like, wow.
You're the world's smallest violin.
He's
You
really
little
wow.
bitch. Go cry in a corner.
Maybe you should take some of my Chad
My
advice.
Chad, you don't have my unspoken rules.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I am the sexual Tyrannosaurus.
I got more green than my card.
Jesus, wow.
Okay.
Never mind, dude. Never
no,
mind.
no.
Wow.
Like-
Last time we hung out, it's been so long since we've actually hung out. So we open up to each other, all of us.
Sebastian was like laughing in the corner.
He really was. He was like,
He was like
this. He was like, at first he was like this. He was like,
yeah. He was like, I see you are introspective.
No,
what a
but
deep
continue.
self-analysis.
I'm sorry.
Analytical.
Continue.
Well, it's something I'm working on.
Man,
Okay.
It's something I'm working on in terms
No,
of
I-
the
yeah.
women I've been with
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
women I want to be with, you know.
Right.
And there's definitely a type that I don't know. There's a difficult balance of trying to figure out is it good that this is my type, and am I honest that is this still my type? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because it left me with a lot of heartache,
Yeah,
that relationship, especially as it went on, you know, and it was toxic in a lot of ways, man, and
Yeah.
a little
I think that
mentally
play more
abusive,
into-
man.
I think that plays more into like your
Here, come to the mic.
Like that plays more into your psychology, and I don't want to get like into armchair psychologist
Of
like
course, right.
in a podcast, but like I'm sure I would call it.
We would call Dr. Jordan
I'm not-
Peterson for that.
Oh my god, he's so smart. God, fucking piece of shit.
No lobster for you.
Man, I feel bad for Lynn's cousin.
We talk about that later. We'll talk about that in a second. Don't worry.
But like I don't know that I don't know I would call it a type, but more like
conservative.
like how do you see yourself? Not that you're like attracted to people who are like attracted to you, but that you're only like going for people who are not gonna reciprocate. I suppose it's
yeah.
not like a type like I like toxic
Right,
relationships.
right.
But more like it's like maybe like for example, and I'm not saying this is you, but
No,
like
yeah.
for example, like maybe it's like, oh, I don't feel like I deserve anything, so I'm gonna aim for people who are not into me, so that I can.
I think that's probably an element of it. I mean, this is definitely this attraction is
Okay.
definitely informed by my past. You know, I've had plenty of people just fucking leave, you know, and not be there when I needed them there. So, you know, that type of, I mean, trauma might be the wrong word, but that type of past,
Experiences.
those experiences do, you know, inform
Right.
what you do, you
Right.
know, and it's unfortunate when that happens, man, because I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing that it happened.
Yeah.
You know, it's a learning experience.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
the whole point.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah.
and I'm glad it didn't go any further.
Exactly,
Because especially with what I learned about this person and the comparisons that were being made, which I will not bring up.
Because
Out
that's
of
part 2.
Yeah, that's part 2. But out of respect for
Part 3.5.
Even though I don't like this person anymore, I'm gonna respect her
Right.
wishes and not bring up a lot of the things she told me. But it's crazy, man.
You
Is
smell like chocolate. Like,
like those calculators.
dude, chocolate smelled calculators.
Yeah.
That's what we had in school. That's why we had high diabetes.
I should have had that during my time with this
So
chick.
in elementary school, we for like when you used to go do like the school fair or something like that.
You mean the book fair?
Yeah, the book fair. So our book fair had a calculator that smelled like Hershey's chocolate.
That sounds sweeter than this relationship I had. Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up. It's just something, I don't know. I wanted to go through some sort of catharsis,
Yeah.
of just, I mean, I got to the point where I could actually call this person a shithead. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
And that's like,
That's
not something
nice.
I goal for, but it's like a bit relieving.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
know?
milestone for you to finally admit to
Yeah,
yourself,
that
like,
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It didn't end
May I
well.
ask how long it took you to like build up to that point?
I'll be honest. It took a couple years.
Wow.
It took a couple years, man.
Well, you know what? That's the thing. I think that we can all learn about like experiences and stuff like that. It's like
Come to the mic. I want to hear it.
it's like experiences. Like even though I am Christian and stuff like that, and I do believe in like the one is out there, right? I do think like the more experience and the more growth that you do at a reasonable distance, I think you should never pressure anyone into having experiences or be pressured into having experiences. But I think the more that you date around, or the more that you kind of like, oh, I kissed this girl here, or like, oh, I met this guy here and stuff like that, and we're talking and we're going on a trip and stuff. I think that helps you understand a little bit more who you would like to spend the rest of your life with, or even better, how you see yourself and how you would want to be respected by another person and stuff like that.
Can I say how amazing it is to hear you say that?
Yeah.
Because I remember we had a bit of an argument. A couple years ago at this point.
Yeah, I think it was our first year that we met.
For your birthday.
Yeah.
When I think I called you on your birthday
Yes.
one year.
Yes, you did.
And we
yes.
talked about your plan of that year.
Of marriage,
of
yes.
getting married. And I was
Yeah.
like, Brian,
Oh, that was a wild.
who are you getting married to? He's like, I don't know yet. And I am very happy to hear you say
Well,
that.
I mean, my goal is, when I do
Yes.
date, is I would like to marry someone. But
Right.
that can't be my first goal in
Yeah.
my mindset. My first goal is getting to know the person, seeing what works and stuff like that, and seeing if they work with me, right? And then after...
You're right. That is refreshing to hear. Because
Because, but
just
honestly,
like
dude.
a few years ago, he was like, "I'm just gonna marry the first person that I see."
Yeah, I mean, this is an insane
Well,
transformation, Brian.
you gotta think about this. I have a weird thing with intimacy, right?
yeah.
I know you guys always like to make fun of it, but I can't really share myself with a person, with a girl, openly that much, right? Or, like, even when I kissed that girl on Jay's birthday, it broke me. It physically broke me.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because you're looking for like an actual relationship.
Yeah, and then
she, like,
she
come,
just-
come to the mic.
You're looking for an actual relationship, and she wasn't. She was
Yeah.
just looking for a good time, and so when she did,
Yeah.
and you were kind of like, "Oh, well,
Exactly,
that
yeah.
sucked."
And then
But,
what was even worse was that
like,
she gave me
that's
her number
different.
after. Like, not talking. Like, she kissed me, didn't talk to me, and gave me her number right before she left the party. And I thought she wanted to talk to me and hang out with me. I literally waited like a week, and then I was like, all right, I just gotta give this up. And it's interesting. I've talked to both my parents about this. My mom is, her thing is like, oh, she sounds like a nice girl. What happened? And this and that. And then I like
With
showed,
the girl that you
yeah,
kissed.
and then I showed her photos of her and stuff like that because we took a photo of that, and she's like, yeah, I can tell she's not a good girl. I'm like, oh, I guess and stuff. And then I tell my dad about my experience, and my dad is different, like my dad is way older than my mom too. So like when my mom and my dad met, she was 19 and my dad was 29, going on to 30, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
So my dad's a little older, and he's a little bit more weirder in this mindset. And my dad was like, dude, who cares? Like fuck it. Like, go fuck some random girl. Like, who gives a shit and stuff like that. Even if they're, like, a mean bitch. I'm like, yeah, but, like... And it's weird, because, like, you feel like you're able to talk to your dads about anything, right? And I feel like this is going to be really happy and a good experience for me. Because when talking to my dad about this, my dad gave some worse advice. Because when I felt so broken, like, I can't really, like... like intimacy and this type of thing is hard for me to experience because of how I am, because of my disability. Talking with people and expressing myself is hard.
Well, and
like my true self,
I
you know?
also think, and I don't mean to speak upon
Yeah.
your experiences, but I feel like you had a childhood that was more sheltered than most of us,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that might have shaped the way, because I remember when we'd had that conversation about, and I was getting a little intense with you because I wanted you.
I was 17 being bullied by the mature
You weren't.
man.
No, you
I
weren't.
know,
No,
I was
you weren't
18.
You were
I
not
was
17.
18. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
18.
You were 19.
You were
No, I was
19.
18. No, I was
No,
19.
you weren't. No, you were 19.
I was 19.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I promise you.
A child.
But that's what shocked me is
Yeah.
that a 19-year-old was telling me that within a year, first chick I date, I'm gonna marry within a year, you know, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that within this short amount of time.
Yeah.
And what I was saying and imploring you to think was, I want you to live first before any of that shit, you know, and you know, even though it's like, I told you so. It's I'm glad you've gone through those experiences because it's just like you have a plan, but life is still gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
despite
I was gonna
plan.
say my plan is kind of the same, except for it's like I want to do a 2-year gap instead of a year gap, because I feel like I even look at people at my church who are getting married right now who are like similar to my age. They're like your age. They're like 23, 24 getting married. I'm like, that's like, you've been dating for a couple of months. I think you guys could kind of like wait on that. Even though my good friend,
Something you should wait on.
My friend Ronan, right? He is getting married with my friend CJ. I feel like they've only really been dating for a couple of months. I feel like at least a year. Like,
well, wasn't there at one of your, I think your birthday party when we went shooting, there was a couple that had just gotten...
my friend Connor and his wife. I forget
From Vanguard.
No. They were from Loxa.
Oh,
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
How old
Connor
were
and
they?
his wife. I think Connor is
Too young.
Yeah.
Connor. I believe
They were
Connor
really
is
young.
20 or 19 at the time, and his wife was 20 or 19 at the time. Yeah,
Oh,
they're still
yeah.
married right now.
Okay.
Well, good for them.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, I talk with them. They're pretty cool. You know, they're awesome.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, he's still doing his music. It's cool. But yeah. So when I'm talking to my dad about it, I felt like, I really wish my dad could like really like explain to me like my feelings, what I'm going through, or not even that, but like be like I get it, like you're gonna be hurt and stuff like that. But that's an experience, and like even though it's cliche a movie, I'd rather have that versus my dad being like, fuck that, like who cares, like just don't fuck anyone. It's
Well,
like,
it sounds like you've been dealing with both extremes from your mom's end and your dad's end.
I guess.
And now you're coming up with your own thing, you know, and that's all I can ask for.
And my thing is, I encourage everyone. I do believe marriage is the end goal, but I also do believe that don't marry the first person that you meet, and
don't do that.
share everything with the first person that you meet. I think there's a lot of things that we can't keep sacred. Actually, my uncle and my uncle's girlfriend is having a problem right now because they're going through a lot of stuff, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to get my uncle in trouble. And I don't even know if it's true, you know?
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's a weird, toxic relationship, and I hope that my uncle's doing well.
Is this the uncle who went with us to Lake Tahoe?
Yeah.
Which is a whole other story.
And I hope that his girlfriend, me, her be lying or telling the truth, I hope that they do figure out something that either they stick to each other and do figure out on getting married with each other, or they don't stick with each other and completely break off all ties. Because it's that point to, like, they're kind of dangerous with each other, or it can just strengthen their bond. And I think that's, you know, you gotta look at it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. In even though, despite the Weezer comments,
Yes.
I'm glad to have told you guys that first part of that story. I mean, I would love to tell you the second part, Brian, but I mean, you're leaving this week, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Will you record it?
Will I record what?
Yeah, will it be recording the second part?
Yeah, I plan on
perfect.
I
I'll
plan
listen
on
to-
recording
Oh,
the
you
second
said it
part.
was
gonna be a
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Oh,
So
perfect. I'll
whoever's
listen
on
to
the
it.
never one, I will
Nice.
tell
Is it
the
good?
second one.
Oh my god, I would love to see. Oh my god, I would love. Oh my god, I would love to see, what was his name? Eli. The guy who was in our class.
Eli.
Who remember the guy that went Ephraim or like Elijah, the guy who went.
Oh, Elias.
Yeah.
Elias. Yeah, I would love to see Elias like bring some of the class and Ashley on the part 2.
Ashley doesn't exist.
She's actually RSVP to the party.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Ashley, pretty much everyone, is including us.
Yeah.
I
When we
never met her even through Zoom.
So we had Zoom meetings every weekend during the height of the
COVID,
pandemic.
yeah, the very beginning.
Yeah, Brian would hold these Zoom meetings where we talk,
Good,
and it was actually very helpful through those
Of
times,
course, yeah,
man,
I appreciate
where we
that.
talked about
it was
whatever.
very helpful for me, and I actually,
Yeah.
low key, that was the only time I ever talked with people. I think that was the most time I ever spent time with Sebastian.
Yeah,
it was during
man.
a time when, like, well, because like we
I
we
guess
just
so.
saw each
I
other in
guess
school,
so.
you
I
know, we
guess
never
so.
really
Yeah.
hanged
Yeah,
out.
and we would talk about whatever, and he would invite all these people who were friends of his, and we get to know each other. He'd invite this chick named Ashley, who would never show herself on camera.
Yeah.
Who I think I've only seen once in person.
Yes.
And at school.
Yeah. She was on the graduating thing with us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but even then, she didn't have her camera
No,
on.
she did have her camera.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't notice it. So to me, she never had a camera on.
Yeah.
And she would only like reply
In
sometimes in emojis and laugh out louds and everything. And she would every once in a while add her voice in the mix. So I still don't believe she exists. I think she's a computer program. So I think
That's a fair analysis.
I honestly
that
think
call that we had that one day before Sebastian said his French comment. All right, here's the thing. Before Mackenzie and you showed up, right?
Here we go.
Me and Julius were hanging out, and we were like, you know what? Let's talk to Ashley. I called up Ashley, and I called her up prior, right? And she actually talked with me. I heard her voice.
I think you're being catcalled.
I might be, but I've seen her in real life, and she's given me her number, and I had a class with her. So I don't know if someone stole her identity, or she's not a real girl, and it was a figment of my imagination, right?
Well, I've seen her also, but I still think she's a computer program.
Yeah. Well, the person who answered the phone was a guy, and I said, "Hey, is Ashley there?" And it's like, "Who's Ashley?" And I hung up immediately because I thought that Ashley was killed and murdered.
Oh my god.
And then all of a sudden,
it's the guy
a
who
month
RSVP'd.
later, I get another call from Ashley with the still same excuse of, "Oh, hey, I was wondering, can we FaceTime or can we meet up?" "Oh no, my phone's not working," and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, like
She's not
you know,
real,
for
Brian.
Zoom, I don't think
She
here's the
doesn't
thing,
exist.
I think she is real, but I don't think the
she
person who I have
exists.
on my phone is Ashley.
I don't think she. I don't even think so. I don't think she exists at all. I
Okay,
think the pictures are
Ashley,
AI.
Is she like small and looked high all the time?
No, that's
okay.
what.
That's Jacob, but he's tall.
I met someone named Ashley at PCC who like
no. She
fits
was
this
she was
description.
Filipino and really smart,
Okay, then
and,
never mind.
like small.
She's really smart because she's a computer.
No, she's really smart because I think she's at USC or where is it?
Oh wow.
Like a really nice school right now.
A
so.
few lines of code, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when we met. Oh, remember when we had that
Whatever you
luncheon
want.
with you were there with Gabby,
What? Say it again.
Gabriella, with me, you, Kenzie, and we went to that breakfast place.
Oh, that's
the Market
right.
Inn.
Yeah, that's right.
I felt bad for Gabby because she told me it's like. She was like, I was really awkward. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about that and stuff like that because I dominated the conversation a little too much.
Well, here's the thing, Brian,
Yeah.
and this is a situation I want to talk about. It's one of the first times we got really to know each other.
Yeah.
Where we were in the math center of our school, and we brought it up the first time we did
Yes, we
this.
did, yeah.
Very slightly, but I really wanted to talk about it because it's
Okay.
and you'll get a kick out of this, Sebastian.
You'll
get a kick out of this.
You'll love it.
There was
buddy.
a guy. It was the first time I met Melissa. Actually,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
this guy, I forgot his name, army guy who went to the military, and
man
we
served
started
too.
he served, and we started
He saw
arguing.
real warfare. He saw people die.
Wow.
Put that in your mind frame, all right?
Okay.
This man argued that New York City was more dangerous than Afghanistan or Iraq.
Yeah.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
do you think about that?
And we were
Just
making
that
fun of
premise.
him.
See,
The Bronx.
I'm
compared to
conflicted
you.
because, like-
What?
Wait, what did you say?
I'm sorry. Excuse me?
well, I mean, how is he comparing is he comparing it like, is he saying New York is more dangerous than a battlefield, or is
Yeah,
he saying
yeah.
that New York is more dangerous than like the country as a whole?
I think
that's
he's specifically talking about Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield.
Okay, if
yeah.
it's Battlefield, it makes me think like he lied to you about like being in war.
Yeah, no, I assume he did because it didn't make any sense. Like he was 25. Well, yeah, I seen action in Afghanistan.
Oh, 25.
You would still be in Afghanistan. I know the terms of service. It's at least 7 to 8 years. What, you got in there at 16?
Yeah, that's
Could've
some
skipped it.
And he was a
bull.
buff, tiny guy too. So I was like, what's your foot size? What? Oh no, actually no, they've actually fixed that. You can actually have club feet now in the military.
What about flat feet?
You can have flat feet.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was just such an odd argument
guy,
to get
yeah.
into. And I remember I was talking to him separately
Well,
once.
what was the point of his argument? Just to say that
he,
New York
he
was
was
like...
just saying it.
He was like,
saying
New York is
New
dangerous
York-
than Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm like,
And then he brought up the upcoming election between Trump and whoever was going to be
there it is.
the Democratic candidate, because we didn't know it was going to be Biden. And I was talking about how I was for Bernie and everything, and he was like, no one, and he's laughing. And he's like, no one in the military is going to vote for Bernie, bro. I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool.
oh yeah, I heard that too. I was like, obviously not. Like, what type of dumb shit would you? No one in the military, like the whole military. Every military person I know is voting for Bernie. I'm like, what type of useless information? That's like, did you know you can breathe? You can stop dying if you breathe. It's like, okay, like.
You can.
That's not insight. That's not political insight, Like, at least, I know sometimes I'll be wrong in my own political arguments,
Right.
but at least I'll bring up, an insight of, I've done this research, or, like the people I talk to. I'm not bringing up, every fat Hispanic kid in this side of the Mississippi hates Weezer.
Well, yeah, I mean, he made the
Come to the mic.
the fallacy of omniscience. Omniscience? Yeah,
Omnipotence.
Huh?
Omnipotence.
No, omniscience. It means you assume to know everything, and you make claims like every military person.
Weezer fan.
Every military
The Weezer
person.
word. Such a Weezer word to know.
Look, Sebastian, I am listening, but you're never living that Weezer shit down.
You're really
Especially
not.
after this podcast.
Well, I hope not, because I fucking love me some Weezer.
See, we all have our guilty pleasures.
It's not a guilty pleasure. I'm
Sebastian
proud
likes
to like
Weezer.
Weezer.
I like Creed. Julius, what do you like?
I like opening up. Like opening up.
Sebastian likes closing you
Closing
down.
you down.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't my
Are you
intention.
trying
I
to
was-
die on Brian's lap? Okay, good
Oh
one.
my god.
Good one.
Before we wrap it up, I have to tell you the biggest L of your life
My
is
life.
when of your life, when we went to Lake Tahoe the first night and I passed out due to the altitude. And you thought I was joking.
That was a big L, but that was
Bro,
funny. That was
but
a
like,
funny L.
but like,
I fell right onto Brian's lap.
Yeah, you
because
did.
I
and
passed
then
out.
you touched him all over the place, and you kept repeating,
Whoa, hold
Brian?
on. Rephrase
No,
that.
no, Brian.
Rephrase that. Rephrase that.
Show us on the doll.
Show us on the doll, but mind you, it is audio. It is a podcast. No, I got up and I was phasing in and out, and the one thing I did make out and could hear was you over near the stairs saying, "It is a fucking bit."
Well, I mean, to be honest, here, let's be fair. To the audience, Julius likes to fuck around a lot with
bro.
us.
One time,
And-
we were hanging out at Brian's house, and Julius arrived late, right? And then, and like. We're gonna,
I remember this. First of all, fuck you for that.
We were gonna like hang out.
Hang out.
But like, so he comes in and tries to open the door, but we lock him out.
Yeah.
Right. And we just laugh at him from like inside the house. He's just like,
Where you were safe.
okay. And then he walks down the stairs. He gets on his
It's
car.
a second floor house.
He drives away. And then we're like calling him. He's not
Yeah.
picking up. We're like, what the
He was
fuck is
gone for a
going
while,
on?
a
Like,
good
is he
15
actually
minutes.
pissed off? And then 30 minutes he comes back. Like, just barks like nothing happened with his fucking Starbucks coffee. Oh my god.
This was
dude.
before I worked at the place I work now, so I did have to pay for the drink. If I was working there then, I'd get a free drink.
I literally was like, dude,
And
let's just lock him out.
what
Like,
the
fuck that. Like,
What, like, he made this whole bit, and so, like, And so when he fainted and in such a theatrical way,
Theatrical way.
No,
I
you
was like,
right.
oh,
He
it's
fainted
a
like,
bit.
oh, no,
I
Yes,
didn't.
you did. You went like, you straight up got up. You were walking like, oh, and your head landed perfectly near my dick, and then you went like this. You went like this, Brian. And I'm like, what are you trying to do, you fool? And then you started spitting, and then at that moment I was like, oh shit, you're actually dying.
So,
Oh, I
so,
didn't see him spit.
no, he started like
so
and
I
was
wasn't
like, oh, okay.
really, I wasn't really exaggerating then.
You were still. If I was dying, I would never. Julius.
You don't have a flair for the theatrical as much as you'd like to think you do. I've seen you with the shirts you got, kind of like mine and everything. If you died, it would be bland. It would be boring.
But
At least I would put on a show. Sebastian would hire people to make a pyre and shit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
For what?
For your death.
For my death, I told you guys I want to be spread across all 7 seas.
Oh wow,
That's
so,
pretty that's
so
pretty
impressive.
dramatic.
That's
Yeah,
not
and
dramatic.
also-
that's
and
that's
also-
a gas money.
And also, I would like to be buried in the Arctic and in the North Pole on the exact quarters.
Wait. So you want to be buried
On the north
and
and the
spread around all 7 seas?
Well,
Yes.
you just I mean, all you need is a little pinch. For
A little
each-
pinch of Brian.
One
Little
pink
my
here,
nose-
one
my
pink
nose
in the
in the-
north, one pink in the north, one pink in the south.
Yeah, like one no, a little a pinch.
A little sea salt, a little salt of my ash.
A little seasoning, you know?
Like the
Salt,
Yeah,
baby,
like the
into
meme.
water.
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
literally how I'll do it.
That's nasty. That's
Soon.
horrible.
But yeah, no,
I'll be stuck on your shirt. You know, your
Oh,
arms
shit.
are going to be sweaty. You're going to like wash it off. I'm going to be in the sink.
I'll be using the ice and like melting it with my hand, washing it off. You know, like the end of Big Lebowski, right?
Oh, yeah,
When they try to spread the ashes,
Yeah.
the wind pushes it back on them.
Is that the
my.
movie where like this character
The
sees
dude.
himself in like other people's from other like he quote unquote teleports to other people's minds and
No.
see through their eyes?
No.
No?
That's a.
That's a.
Is
that Donnie Darko?
being John Malkovich?
Yeah, being John Malkovich.
Yeah, no. The Big Lebowski is
Being John Lebowski.
John Lebowski. Yeah. Well, I think that's all we have tonight in us because it's hot in here.
It is really
It is
hot.
very hot.
Excuse me, and it was great having you guys
This is
on.
beautiful.
I had a great
It's really
time
nice.
talking to
I
you
had
guys
fun.
as
I had
usual.
fun. I'm sorry I
forgive
shut
you.
you down. I'm really sorry I shut you down. That was my thought process was like you mentioned toxic relationship and like lately I've been like listening to this like these two artists. They're called Coco and Claire. And they do this like I know, and they're like super the music they make. I don't know if it's like
So thought provoking.
I don't know. No, it's not thought provoking.
Oh, it was those girls that you showed me, right?
But like it's not like they kind of like play these toxic characters in their songs, and so like I've been like digging it lately. And so when you mentioned that's like the first thing it came to mind, and then y'all mentioned like I recalled the Weezer that had just been mentioned. And I was like, oh well, I guess you're also a Weezer, but like I'm sorry.
Honestly,
I
it
shut you down.
was
I'm
the
sorry I shut
fart
down.
you laid. It was the fart you laid. You made a little fart noise, and then you just started focusing on that
Oh.
over my feeling. Your farts over my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Farts don't care about
Farted
my
all
feelings.
over your heart.
You must have been the facts because you didn't care about my feelings.
Ooh, the logic dagger.
Ben
Yeah,
Shapiro.
exactly.
Oh my God! Did you guys know that Ben Shapiro just put out a new book, and it's terrible.
Well-
It's absolutely full of like reason. Can I read an excerpt?
Well, no, we'll talk about it next time, Sebastian.
Aw.
Next time.
Is it-
For Thanksgiving.
Well, it's a buyer of one of his books. I have a book from him. It's
All
about
right,
American history. Leave me alone.
We're gonna leave it at that.
I like American history.
We're gonna
books.
leave it at
No,
that.
we're not. I'm a historian. I like getting people's
if
perspective.
You don't
You're
even
reading-
recognize the SS on
Leave me
glasses.
alone.
If you're reading Ben Shapiro as history, as like revisionist, and like how can you call yourself a history major, bro?
What do you mean? No, all right. First off, every historian has a bit of bias in their thing. So you have to, when you look at revision of history, right, or when you're looking at true history and true history.
Well, sure,
and
but we're talking about Ben Shapiro.
yeah, like there's a lot of things that I say is wrong, and then there's a lot of other things I say.
Okay, we're
which is
cutting
right.
this podcast short.
I'm saying there's a lot of things that everyone says is right, and a lot of things that people say is false.
And
you
everything
gotta
Ben Shapiro says is like shit coming out of his mouth like all the time.
It is shit.
It's pathetic
Big
little shit.
old piles of.
I will
dookie.
say, if you want to get into history, do read The Boys American History into the American Genocide. Is a really good. That's actually what we talked about with the We Tolerate Comics. How I told you.
Yes,
I have
that's
a
right. Yeah,
comic book
that's
that
right.
is about history, but it's looking about like what America is. With
Yes.
looking at the perspectives of Native Americans.
Listen to that podcast, y'all.
Yeah.
If you
Please-
want more
yeah,
information
please do
on
if you
that
want to
book.
look at really cool, interesting comic books that me and Joyce talked about and stuff.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for listening. Is there anywhere that the people can find you that you want to be found at?
No, never. Please don't find me.
Yeah, you can find me either on at the real Brian M Curiel on Instagram or at the cryptids / skin
Oh my
/
God.
walkers. You can
Oh,
also
that's another thing I forgot to. I'm sorry. Finish up. Finish
you
it.
can also catch me, Julius, and Sebastian on our rock concert on October the 5th.
Oh yeah, boy.
2022
Yeah, boy.
this year. The venue will be coming out. Well, the venue is already out and stuff like that. Just look at either one of our Instagrams. Julius, I don't know if you want to post it on your page or
Oh,
on
I
the story.
will.
All right, cool.
We're gonna have a band.
I would say
page
yeah.
soon.
Let me know so I can
Yeah.
also tag that too. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can find me there.
I forgot Yuli at that Santa Clarita party asked if I played the skin flute, and I
Interesting.
don't. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening.
Do
Brian,
you?
Sebastian,
You play
thank
the
you so
taco flute.
much for listening and being part of this.
Thank you for
Of
having
course.
us.
Again, it's
Thank you for
always
giving
great.
me water and pretty good cream soda.
Of course, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a good one. Stay safe. And goodbye.